What up, guys? How you doing? How's it going? I'll go live for sure for 1 hour, potentially 2 hours. I gotta leave to Seattle tomorrow morning, early in the morning, to go to DoorDash for a couple of days. Nowadays, I'm tired. Times can be tough, environments for fullest, but if there's a will, there's a way. Used to Washington State. There is work, but my tattoos, I'm the devil. So, and everyone knows everybody. I don't get my feelings about it because I challenge the whole universe. Petty words in my body. Teaching something positive in life, Don't care if you're religious, spiritual, atheist, you're a category awesome, but especially on the male side, right? So, I that environment, I go to the west side, the best side, Seattle, because why? There's work over there, and I do DoorDash over there. So, I drive 3 hours to go to work for a couple of days and come back home. So, respect, everyone says there's no work. Like, if you got a car, you got a little insurance, you make sacrifices. If not, play the rhythm soft story, boo whom you respectfully wise. So, that's why I adapt to my environment. And in general, I tell everybody, adapt to your environment, your situation best as possible. And the matrix is matrix, quote unquote, life, quote unquote. Nobody can beat it, not even the higher sources, as far as these elites, quote unquote. All together, miserable as fuck. Money, power, and fame, but everything starts from home every which way. So all you do in matrix, you maintain job, money, car, home. You can be McDonald's, a studio, you can live in your car, right? And you're good as long as you're maintaining. And then tell me, what's up, man? How you doing, King? How's it going? The intent when you go home, you're blessed, especially when you're in your car, the bus, whatever. Analogy, metaphors, you could be once again an atheist type of situation, but everyone's heard the term heaven and hell. No one, just to forewarn you, don't comprehend this, no one has to die to go to heaven and hell. Nobody. Don't even worry about that. Every day above ground have both your four walls, your mental home and your physical home. Is it heaven or is it hell? Do you love time to yourself or do you hate time to yourself? Do you love your home or do you hate your home? If you hate your mental health, if you hate your home, why? How? Who is it? Who caused it? What is it, Not a king to the simple man, but came away. You know what's up, man? We're all kings and queens out to saying gods and goddesses. All my tattoos, Whatever terminology you want to use. But as long as you do positive, especially in the healing journey, you're doing good for yourself as one being. Remember this, all this conversation is you as one being. It's not your father, your mother, your brother, your kids. Nobody can do for nobody at all. You can heal, guide, forewarn, support. Show my love to the universe. But you can't fix, change, or save anyone at all. Physically, yes. Financially, if you have the financial part, yes. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, you can't. Not even higher source. What? Every day above ground. Come on. When I say that term, right, that little line, people be like, God has, higher source has, not powerful. He is, whatever you want to call him, he or she. He is. Why? Because he gave everybody what? Free will and choice. Keep it black and white. My verbal, my terminology eventually gets set on my back. Every day above ground, we all have what? Free will and choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic? To nice girl? To be narcissistic? The bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you are choosing. Black and white, straight to the point. No years of conversations. Therapy, counseling, religious, Buddha. What? Today, I just gave you the answer. You don't have to comprehend that. Higher source gave everybody free will and choice. What you are not changing, you are choosing. And it's day by day baby steps. This healing journey is not a race, nor marathon. But I preach about doors. The door's right there. I love saying that shit. What? You bitch about your partners, your home. The door's right there. Yeah, you don't have nowhere else to go to. Nowhere else to go to. A car, a bridge, somewhere else. Do what happened? Well, my tattoos. To map to life. That's what happened. Why are you mad? Oh, respectfully, I'm not mad. 95% of the universe, they're mad and lost, confused. Because they don't know what to do with life. These feelings, especially these feelings, that's the shit for everybody. These feelings. Blue pillars, all you entertainers, we all started as blue pillars. They debate about man-made bullshit, race, religion, politics, man versus woman. That's all irrelevant because none of that shit has to do with your personal healing journey and your feelings. But you can debate about it. You go viral, make $1 zillion, but when you got a live session, these one-on-ones, you go into your car, you go to your home, you bitch about going home. And you get back about my mansion, God, Buddha, etc. But as a couple, especially the couple you talk to as fuck, your whole family, the whole block knows you talk to as fuck. There's a dilemma. You brag about your house, you won't brag about your partner. You're a hard worker, right? You don't work hard in your relationship. But I love God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe. Make that shit make sense. Respectfully. I identify as Boba Fett. Very serious, I hope. You're blessed and doing well. I don't think, man, yeah, just doing good. I'm just tired. single father kids, co-parenting, it's a lot. I teach all my kids, you see a mother and father, we're not together. Don't become us. I tell everybody, kids in marriage, have that, that word in your vocabulary when you're 30, 40 years old. Make sure you're established. Or become all your toxic family. Become the toxic universe and bitch about the person by your side, and then magic you meet kids in the mix. And respect for all the kids, all young generation, middle school, high schoolers, because we all say the same shit. I didn't ask to be here. Nobody did, but we're fucking here. So what are you going to do about it? Respectfully. 30-day, my kid's fine. Hell yeah, man. Almost there, brother. Almost there. Hey, you, Scanty King, son. Can you elaborate that cheating death? A.U. Scanty King, son. I don't know what that is. Please elaborate respectfully, And that's why as it being, I'm going to start playing a lot more clips. Remember this. When I play clips, I'm not speaking. It's my cell phone. It's a live podcast. 9 platform, 9 cell phones. I just tell stories. And I elaborate best as possible. If you want to get in the mix, jump in the box, comments away, that's your free and choice. Nobody has to. What language is right, man? I don't know. Like, that's how they are. Can you please elaborate? Because everyone has always speaking. They could be from a third world country, respectfully, and that's their English, or maybe using AI to translate, and it just sounds different, But everyone is speaking. But anyway, I tell you, I'm gonna play a bunch of clips, and then from there, remember before I'm not speaking, before I push play and hear the clip, let's say you're having a good day, good night, right? Before you jump to the live session, and any negative trigger, you're sad, depressed, from this conversation, from this clip that I play, I'm not speaking, somebody else is. The intent is it be, and talk to yourself. Why and how am I bothered? You want to use this term, the host, myself, I'm not speaking. You're not seeing what I'm seeing. You hear someone speaking, right? So yeah, I hear someone speaking with words. So any negative trigger, sad, bitter, hate, scared, whatever it is, talk to yourself. Why and how do I feel the way I feel? Or you don't have to. You don't have to. That means you're on a journey. You're on a healing journey. The people in the healing journey, the intent to what? To feel your feelings, to comprehend your feelings, to evolve in life. You want to talk to yourself. Why am I sad? I'm having a good day. Whatever it was, God, Buddha, said whatever you believe in, but now I'm sad. Now I'm depressed. Now I'm bitter. Now I'm hateful. Why and how? It's not your personal experience. Someone just speaking, and so on and so on. That's the intent of it being. If you want to evolve in life, if you want to feel the feelings, if you want to figure out what love is, the main thing is love. Like, we can all say I love you. I tell my kids all the time, what's love to you? Because they all talk about relationships. I'm like, Papi, Mommy, you're young. Love? Oh, thank you for the gift. Thank you, Danny. Rosa, thank you, Queen. Whatchamacallit? Like, what's love to you? Go look at your mother and father, we're not together. Your mom's at her hubby, I'm happy for them. But you gotta figure out what love is and not become us. That's the shit for everybody out there. What is love to you? I promise you, if you start the healing journey, more of the waking woke journey on my tattoos, what I ask everybody, do you know what love is? Do you comprehend what love is? If you knew what it was, I promise you 1,000 on my tattoos, you would not be bitching about a person by your side. I promise that 1,000. You know about boundaries, your love language, your standards. You know the doors right there. I promise you 1,000, you'll not be like scared or fearful or like, what happens to them if I leave them? Yo, I tell everybody, stop being the mother, stop being the father, stop being the probation officer. That's an adult, quote unquote. An adult, quote unquote. So why do you worry about what happens to them? If they're gonna fuck up, let them fuck up. That is not your kid. And especially with social media technology, I promise you 1,000, I can guarantee you the zillion dollars I don't have, you're actually make a post on social media. I promise you, in the comments, in the DMs, straight, gay, trans will be after them. I promise you 1,000. The question is this: let's say a relationship is about to fall apart. As the exes to be, who will fall back and start the healing journey, or who will stay on the journey? And what's that? Anyone that moves on right away, do the body hopping whole phase, jump into relationship right away. You're on a journey. You're on a healing journey because people make you feel good. Because you're on the breakup. Your new partner, they make you feel good. I love you, lovey-dovey, bye. Yeah, like the Bible talk. In the beginning, everyone says the same shit. In the beginning, their label's so good. Yeah, because everything starts with love. Be a friendship or partnership. And then little by little, this terminology, red flags. These are passing your boundaries. You probably know what the word boundaries means, right? So then it goes to toxic love. Why? Everyone says the same shit. Word for fucking word. In the beginning, yes, love. So when did it go to toxic love? What? When they start passing boundaries, what are the red flags? What is that? Japanese, there's your problem. So you're both on a journey. You can say God, Buddha, awesome, but you don't know the terminology. If you did, I promise you 1,000. My neck tattoo, my 4 exes probably from my last girlfriend, right? All my ex-exes 5 years ago, I observed the red flags of all 4 of them, comprehend them so the next potential to be. When I observe them, I comprehend my exes. I realize boundaries, babe. Just to let you know, I don't deal with jealousy issues, toxicity issues. What? See my neck tattoo, especially me. I'm not your ex nor exes. I am today, the now, the present. So best as possible, don't bring your past to present. If you're starting the healing journey, quote unquote, and that's your trauma, we can talk about it. But just to let you know, I don't deal with jealousy issues. And me as a being, I tell the village to be. Before you to let, I've been speaking to many queens. 5 years doing this live podcast, one-on-ones. So if you can handle that, then why do you want to shoot your shot? Respectfully. You know, I'm not changing my lifestyle because you're jealous, controlling. If you don't know what platonic means, you don't know what communication comprehension means, that I'm too much for you. My energy is too strong for you. Respectfully, date people like you. If you're jealous, date jealous people. I don't recommend it. I really don't. But hey, I don't deal with jealousy issues. If you're going to try this to forewarn you, you're about to self-sabotage your life. You're about to hurt your own feelings not knowing. Because you said that right there just to let you know day one. For both of us, I can leave, you can leave. Can you handle rejection? Can you handle breakups? Or do you live for scared of that? And just to let you know, anyone can leave whenever they want to. That is their free one choice. All my tattoos, black and white. No years of therapy, counseling, big old debates. Why? A zillion people in all the fucking universe. Why would I stress about one? Get the fuck out. I want the old original selves would. Because why? Because the codependency issues. We're all brainwashed to be needing people. You don't need people in life. I promise. Oh, kids. I'm assuming for kids. Kids need their parents for now. Codependency. You was a kid. Then you became a teenager, a young adult. Then you finding the household. Now you go into the matrix. And the idea is you survive this shit, or you fucking wing it like a lot of us do. I was winging life until I was 39. You could do all this mammy bullshit, money, power, and fame, get better jobs, travel the universe, get all the fucking tattoos, do what you gotta do cosmetically, mammy bullshit, financially, all that. But you still sound depressed. You're still bitter, hateful, especially the couple. That's the worst part. When you get your car, fuck. I gotta deal with her. I gotta deal with them. Like, why? Why do you even say that? Why do you have to do that? And there was the same shit. Like I used to say, it's so hard to detox relationships. The fuck it is. We all leave them every day above ground. I gotta go to work. Keep it simple, no kids. She's gotta go to work. We both left a toxic relationship for so many hours. The dilemma for everybody. Why do you have to choose to want to? Go back to the person you bitch about to all the universe. What? To your therapist, the priest, higher source, whomever the fuck it is. You have nowhere else to go to in the whole universe. Nowhere. You just want to work. You can't sleep in your car in the parking lot. But pride and ego, I'm not doing, then don't do that. Go back to your home, which I say, especially when it's toxic relationships, your dungeon, your sentence in your hell on earth. And you're not dead. You're living this shit. No one has to die to go to heaven and hell. You live this shit every day above ground. Literally, every day above ground. I'm blessed. If you ever see me physically, you see me praying when I'm eating, when I'm driving, whatever I'm doing. Why? Because it could be my last meal. I could take a power nap for 5 minutes. That could be my last 5 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to wake up, So I'm blessed every day above ground. But when I go home, single, 3 years now, right? I'm not scared to be alone. Face tattoos. Who's behind you, though? Behind me? X? Whatchamacallit, I'm blessed. 95% universe like I was. You're the original self. You're broken, codependent, scared to be alone, abandonment issues. You are looking for love and happiness in people. And man-made BS. All you're doing is buying bags so you cut them with your mansion. My neck tattoo, and after rap artist, your head. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever need was you. The end. You just don't know that yet. 95% universe, you don't know that yet. You believe it's a person. You believe it's a being that will come in your life and magically make your life complete. Potentially. But here's the kicker. Ready for this? My last potential part of my life, my last potential, not even a partner, right? Last year, I met her at the farmer's market. And she taught me this. Because remember, this, as a being, like, you have the terminology, the healing journey. So I believe they're safe to put fear in the whole universes, right? And if you want to believe this, that is your free one choice. But I'm the one that will bully you in a positive manner. And how so? Let me elaborate. So they say, especially in social media, TikTok, counter therapists, they'll be like, the healing journey doesn't ever end. It's a lifelong journey, a lifelong process. If you, as one being, want to believe that, communication and comprehension, to fulfill you, what? That means for the rest of your life, to your last dying breath, literally, you won't ever let go of your exes, past pain, toxic love, trauma, child trauma, you will always have anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues. You'll always have triggers, overthinking, reactive abuse, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, traumas, and the cherry on top, insomnia for the rest of your fucking life. If you want to believe that, I pray for the universe. I go my day, go my life. I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. I don't have to. Why should I? No one did for me until 5 years ago, till my real support team taught me this shit. In 88 days, I had 10 people. Hey, my son was telling me, hey, Dad, what do you have? 10. Oh, it's 10 at Live Workers. It says 88 days. Well, there's your mom. It took me 88 days for my real support team to let her go 100%. And 14, 17 days later, 1,000%. Oh, that's why you have 1,000? Like, yeah. I don't need a partner. I want a partner. You haven't seen me, like, you saw me with my ex 3 years ago, right? Got a girlfriend the last 3 years? No. Because respectfully, marriage is strong for a lot of females. Financially, I'm single for 5 kids, right? But for the queens of potential to be love, I can give you love to the fullest. I can teach you about love. But you don't have to comprehend what love is. And I promise you 1,000. When we all say love hurts, fuck love, no. Love, that's incorrect. If higher source, all my tattoos, if God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, your ancestors is love, quote unquote, pure, quote unquote, how can we say fuck love? Love hurts. Highly impossible. Toxic love hurts. That's the correct wording. You don't want toxic love. What's that? You love somebody that doesn't love you back. You meet them halfway, they don't. You match energy, and they take energy. That's what you don't fucking want. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, financially, physically, potentially even in your own life. Black and white, all my tattoos. That's why I'm still single. Because why? And I say this respectfully. I say this respect to the fullest, to the queens out there. A lot of queens are more empathetic, wise, right? So they're healers, quote unquote. And they, typically come in a man's life because us men and keyboard narcissistic, we're not taught this shit at all. Feelings, conversations, communication, comprehension. I better start speaking like this at 39. 39. Prior to that, or as a Catholic, I would say this: leave it in God's hands, right? Church speaking wise, if people are being mean to you, bullying wise, pray for the suffering. Be a good person, show the respect. That's it. No empath, narcissist, deflection, none of these tattoos, none, zero. Matter of fact, I better start doing these tattoos like in 2023, I believe. I was like respectful. I was like, how do I get people's attention? I know what I'm talking about. As one being, if you know what you're talking about, what are you doing? A and B, communication. A, everyone preaches about that. It's only half the shit. B is what? Comprehension, because you know what you're talking about. As one being, no, to form the universe, higher certain beings, which I'm going to tell me what my belief is, we're all communication and we're all messengers. Nobody has to comprehend you. Nobody does. They gotta look at you like you crazy. They could be your partner, it could be kids, it doesn't matter who it is. Nobody has to comprehend you. But the positive is, all these conversations, be physically behind the screen, texting, you're watching TikToks and bullshit, these reels, you're here and watching it, right? Communication. So everyone plants seeds, analogy, metaphor. And the person here and watching, observing, that person can do what? They can observe it and water the seed, start studying this shit, or let the seed die. That is their free one choice. But the cool thing, even if the seed dies, I use myself as an example, right? What you might call it, I hope people in the feelings. I swear TikTok is like the best, it's the best platform in the universe, right? The downfall is it's the worst platform because there's too many butterfly unicorns in the feelings. If you say the word dies, if you say suicide, all this, these terms, like this robbery alive, they're in the feelings. But remember this. Blue pillars are entertainers. They're fucking virals. They can't teach. Respect said none of them. Zero can't teach anything about life. They can all say God. I've heard of God, Jesus, Buddha. I've heard it all. But as a couple, we talk relationship. As a being, you're toxic. Yeah, you're entertainers. But yes, you're $1 billion platforms, numbers, and viral. But yes, I challenge you and all your billion followers. Teach me anything positive in life. And please don't bring traditional corny ways. I've heard everything. Give me something positive. If you tell me I'm on the healing journey, you got my attention. I'm going to ask you, cool, when did you start your healing journey? Do you have a real support team? Do you still speak to them? What? What does that mean? Oh, so yeah, you're on a healing journey, quote unquote. So in the very beginning. So what do you have? Books? A for effort. So you have no physical beings. So maybe the book can guide you, but it can't give you like real good scenarios, these conversations. But A for effort. I fucking talk to ChatGPT, C.AI. Respect when I say this, and I say respect it to the fullest, only Buddhists. And the AI can actually give me a positive conversation on the overall because I ask the correct questions. the AI elaborates as possible, because why? They created coding. But I promise you 1,000, whatever feelings you're going through, I promise you 1,000, ask ChatGPT, C.AI, and they'll have fucking badass conversations. But remember this, the AI just elaborates on whatever questions you ask scenario, and that's it. It's not a full conversation. You can, if you know how to talk to correctly wise, you get a full conversation. But it's not a being, you know? To have these conversations with beings is not really out there for the most part. They could say healing journey and all these terminology. I'm a Buddhist, you know, Naki, start. I've heard everything out there. In the last 5 years of my life, when I started my healing journey 5 years ago, prior to that, religion. I knew about religion. I knew about spirituality, and that's about it. But I was not in it. I was not really involved. I didn't have nice conversations at all. I couldn't teach you shit about life, respectfully. I was a hard worker. I bought with my people and shit, right? But I didn't work hard with my relationships. I know what boundaries are, all these conversations. That's what we built the technology, and as a being, I just tell stories now. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. I was past tense. Because why? When you're woke, whatever term you want to use, you just tell stories. There's no way from 39 to my last day in breath, right? I would come alive. Guess what, guys? I was in late shit, and my girl cheated. So I'm gonna take a break from social media. Because anybody that says that shit, they're about to go through it every which way. And that's why you go check on them. Even if they say I'm good, they're not good. My situation, I don't need a partner. I want a partner. A zillion people in the universe, why would it just about one? And as a being, I can handle rejection. Because nobody has to say yes, and anybody can cheat. Anyone can leave. Anyone can ghost. Anyone can break up with you. Anyone can divorce you. That is their free one choice for the whole universe. And that's my last potential. She taught me that. Marriage, grow with each other, last dying breath forever is not factual. One day I can wake up, you can wake up. You ready for that? I was like, babe, I told you day one. Remember that, babe, now you're my girlfriend, right? A potential. I tell you day one, I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. If you want that, we match energy, two-sided relationship, not one-sided. Nobody takes energy. If you're having a bad day, your trauma kicks in, let's talk about it. Did you do the time? Negative. I look like 10 kilos, right? But here's the kicker. All my tattoos is a map to life, every which way. And that's the cool thing about my tattoos. It's an attention getter in a positive manner. It is not for validation. I don't need people's validation. The only person I need, chase, compete, submit, I need validation from who? The person married myself. But the cool thing is, it's an attention getter. If you look at me, remember, this is what I tell everybody. If you look at somebody, right, if you don't make a comment or ask a question, you want to spark a conversation, you will never know. Think is not knowing. Judge is not knowing. Assume is not knowing. Gossip is not knowing. I am A, you are B. You looked at me. And he started talking to your friends and everybody about me. And then finally gets to me, like, hey, so you did time as a prison tattoos? I'm like, no, you can say that, but respectfully, when I say this, if I did time, right, and these were prison tattoos, typically, for the most part, 9 times out of 10, when people come out of prison, they become Bible thumpers. God saved me. Which is nothing wrong with that, as long as you live the life of God. Just because you say God, Buddha, Muhammad, it is terms. Are you living the life of God best as possible? Whatever you believe in. Because remember this, actions speak louder than the words. How can these, especially on the male side, they say they're religious, spiritual, atheist, good people, right? God, quote unquote, but they treat everybody else good but their partners. And behind closed doors, physically whooping their ass, being fucked. All this bloodbath bullshit. So they're hard workers and work hard in their friendships and shit. People in the streets, because they people please to a certain extent, but they don't please their partners. And they belittle their partners. And for everybody out there in toxic relationships like I used to be, you see that door right there? For everybody, the door is right there. It's fucking right there, physically. If you want me to, gas and manipulate and say, yo, guess what, John, God came in my life, came in my dreams, to come and meet you, to open this door. Take my hand. Let's go, let's leave. What? You been crying about him. You bitch about him. You ready to leave? What? You ready to leave? Why are you scared to leave? I used to be like you. You're the version of myself. You know what? I'll come tomorrow. Once again, we're all messengers. No one to comprehend nobody at all. But the only reason you stay there because of codependency. I need them in my life. Bet say that. That's why I'm going to tell my back. The left side, I'm doing a cross tattoo with the words. And the outside will be a cross. To attract all the religious people of all the realms. What? You need to be, oh, that's God. Jesus. Like, well, the very top says God and Jesus. But it says all the other spiritual people. The words, none of the words is part of the Bible at all. I did that purposely to get your attention. I'm always a Catholic. And the left side of the cross, it's going to say vertically wise, it doesn't say trauma bonds equal twin flames equal soul ties equal Addiction equal insanity equal all capital letters codependency, because I need them in my life. And I'm the one to fucking trigger you. So you need somebody, your partner by your side, right? To be emotionally abusive, right? Emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, physically abusive, fuckboy, and he cheated on you 20,000 times and you need him by your side. Cool. And you go to church for what reason? You believe in higher source for what reason? Do you believe higher source will do what your partner's doing to you? And don't lie to yourself. Don't yourself a dream. And we know the answer. You're not going to say shit. We know the answer, right? So why do you allow that person to be by your side? Why do you allow it to happen? Not knowing. And the best door I'll let you know, for both of you, toxic as fuck, the door is right there. And everybody goes to the doors. Physically, everyday bug down. Respectfully. But let me play these clips. And once again, I'm not speaking. Somebody else is. So if it triggers you in a negative manner, sad, depressed, bitter, hateful, scared, you're compassion kicks in. Not only compassion, but empathy and stuff, which is cool. Like, that's wrong with the person going through it. It is. But we know that. Now, what would you do? Especially the ones in toxic relationship. Like, what would you do? Would you stay or would you leave? And there's a zillion people in the whole universe. Why are you stressing about one? $25? Whatever that is. 10?
How often do y'all sleep together?
In terms of, like, sexually, or?
Yeah.
Not very often. That was one thing she wanted to step away from fairly early on in the marriage.
So for 15 years, you've been dealing with living in somewhat of a sexless marriage? Why have you done this for 15 years? Just out of curiosity.
Because every time it gets brought up, she says that she'll try, and I don't know if I'm just too cowardly to step away, or if I'm just too wrapped up in the idea that maybe she will try this time.
Yeah, I mean, you and I could probably talk for a couple hours and unpack that one. I guess for whatever it's worth, she has left you. She left you a long, long time ago. She quit this marriage ages ago. And I don't know what she gets out of it. I don't know if it's financial security. I don't know if it is anchor security. I don't know what it is, but she spends most of her time with her family. She told you early on, sex is not going to be part of this. Sex and intimacy, which is a cornerstone of any romantic relationship. We're not doing that. I don't want to build a future with you. I'm going to walk out of a therapist office who says, I need to invest more in this relationship, this primary, the highest order relationship in my life. When somebody says, hey, you need to invest in that, well, then fine, screw you, I quit. We're not going to have kids. Like she's opted out completely. And so I guess if nothing else, just hear me say, I'll still have a piece of paper, but she left this marriage a long time ago. Y'all just happen to share a house a few nights a week.
Yeah, F all that. Respect for my birthday, Mom. 12 years too long. 15 years to form the universe, right? And remember, it's a foreign is what it's in a positive manner to put fear in you. Like, the longer you are with that individual, the longer, right? Especially the empathetic ones, typically the queens are. It's gonna hurt bad. It's gonna hurt, and then you want to bring kids in the mix and marriage. You beat yourself up because, like, cool. Like, we trying to say the kids are not involved. Yo, the fucking door's right there. Be like Forrest Gump and run. If you gotta move to a different state, different country, then do it. But here's the kicker: if you're trauma bonded, if you know what that means, you always go back to each other. You would take them back. They call you, you can block them, all that shit, no contact. Yeah, what do they call you? Knock on your fucking door when it's raining outside. I miss you. I love you. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? To open the door or to leave it closed? Every which way. Fuck all that bullshit. Be like, no. But once again, easier said than done. And my first band on 12 years too long, a long time ago. Once again, I couldn't speak none. If I haven't started the healing journey wise, everyone goes through shit. For sure, everyone does, but here's the kicker. For everyone that bitches about life, especially in toxic relationship, to let you know, the door's right there. No one told me that shit till I was 39. What? The door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to. But I get it. Kids are involved, not easy. Love, time, and feelings, right? But here's the kicker. What are you going to do about it? But you are not changing. You are choosing. Tied it here for a reason. Maybe not today. Try tomorrow. A week from now. A year from now. Years from now. Babies to be. I don't recommend that. You just got to pick the person you want to suffer with at the times. If you want to keep suffering, if you both want to keep suffering, sure. If you're both, not one, both of you doing what? Communication, comprehension, best as possible, then you have a better outcome. Especially when your trauma kicks in and triggers kick in. I'm sad. Cool. I'm here, baby. We'll talk about it. And here's the kicker. My situation, I say scenarios all the time. If there's a potential partner, right? And she's having a bad day. And before she becomes a partner, a girlfriend, I do a scenario. Let's say scenario, having a bad day, your father triggers you. Your kids trigger you, your ex triggers you, whoever the fuck triggers you. I didn't do it to you. And I come home and you know, vice versa. You know, I come home, you come home, but you sound depressed. Or you're bitter hateful. Like, will we talk about this? But babe, what's up with you? You can say verbally, I'm okay. Yo, I actually be down the words, you're not okay. So do you want to talk about it? I respect your boundaries. You don't have to. But eventually you should want to talk about it. Or am I going to keep getting crucified because someone did it to you? Not I. I'm not here to hurt you. I worked on myself. And she could be like, well, you know, I have my time. You know, I need time. How much time do you need? Because just to let you know, whatever time you tell me, one day, a week, 7 weeks, whatever it is, I will give you all the time you want. But here's the kicker. My life does not stop because you're down. I'll check on you, but my life continues on. Co-parenting, my one-on-ones, my life in general. But I always check on you. So what are we doing? What are we choosing? When I say that, I'm not going to be here for too long. If you keep pushing me away and my crown thorns for Jesus, you crucify me because your father triggered you, your ex triggered you, I'm not going to be here for long. Rejection, protection, respect for your day people like you. If you shut down, they should shut down. But I don't recommend it because you're going to be stay quiet, society treatment, and stare at each other, or you're upstairs and I don't miss none of that bullshit. Bend it, then I won't ever do it again, respectfully, you know? You are too immature to be talking about this stuff. I'm too immature? Jump in the box. Don't be shocked, gorgeous. I love talking about this. This is raw, real life. Go below the surface. Why does everyone think that you shouldn't give up on your partner? Well, here's the kicker. Like, if your partner's too toxic or too traumatized, why are you with them? Me as a being, I don't do like, hey, this is my girlfriend. I'll see a potential. But day one off the rib, I talk about all this. I do scenarios. Here's the best. I have my tattoos for a reason, every which way. Hey, number one, how you doing? Oh, what's so gorgeous? Welcome to Live.
Yeah, I'm in the dark because I live outside, but I'm here. See, here I am.
Oh no, you don't. Well, once again,
And
you can show your face.
Huh?
You can show your face. You don't have to. Whatever you're comfortable with.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's good. I'm just sitting outside. So
Mhm.
yeah, I don't think everyone says everyone's toxic. I mean, that could just go for everybody in the whole world, you know.
Right.
Nobody's perfect, so.
Right. Very
I hate
factual.
when people say toxic. The word toxic. No, you got to work through things. You got to work through your problems. You just don't give up and go find the next person for a couple of years, and then here it's getting bad. Oh, better leave again. Just go find another person, then you'll just never be happy.
Body
you know?
hopping. I call that body
Yeah,
hopping. Factual. Very factual. I'm not saying like
People,
give up people like that.
That's ridiculous.
Well,
That's
correct.
terrible. Body
Hopping.
See, that is terrible.
Right. That's how I use my terminology. I tell people like in life you can go car hopping, job hopping, house hopping because not working out, but don't go body hopping. That's not healthy for nobody. You know, hurt people.
Not
But
everyone wants love and to be good to each other and have a best friend and a lover all in one and just enjoy life.
best is
That's what most people
possible.
want, but apparently
Best is
apparently not.
possible.
It's possible.
I said best
Yeah.
as one
More than
being.
possible.
Well, remember, as you as one being, if you know what love is, you're in the healing journey potentially. But remember, that's for you as one being. The potential to be the idea, quote unquote, they match your energy. Because anyone can verbalize, I love TLC, I love, going for walks, I love, that's cool. We got things in common. But on the overall, can we talk to each other? Can we do communication comprehension best as possible?
Well, yeah, that's the thing.
Mhm.
That's where people go wrong there. You don't have to have things in common to, get along. People should maybe read up a little bit more on stuff like this. I'm not being sarcastic or anything. I'm just saying I've learned a lot in the past couple of years, and
Go for it.
just watching like Alan Watts or Carl Jung or something.
Yeah, they're good
Those
cats.
guys on YouTube, they
Right.
helped me a lot, and they made me understand. They made me understand more things about
Right.
relationships and people, and that's why I've just never given up on
Go for
my
it.
love. So I'm just waiting patiently. So
Well, patience is a virtue, as they say, but here's the kicker. Me personally, what I say, like, the people in the healing journey, you fall back to be single, right? Give yourself an ETA time. Well, for how long will you be single? If you want to become celibate, be celibate. That is your free one choice. But for how long? A year, 2 years, 10 years, 20 years from now. Remember this. Man-made time does not stop for nobody. Our bodies, these weak-ass vessels, will age. So, and if let's say there's...
yeah, no kidding.
So maybe in this lifetime...
Everyone ages.
No, for sure. You know, and this time, let's say in this lifetime there is no potential. Then what? What are you choosing? What are you doing? To wait till the last dying breath for potential?
Those shouldn't even be questions. Those should nothing like that should be even considered being a question.
As far as
you don't have to ask or predict or you know, just plan the future. Nobody can plan the future. Nobody can predict anything. I mean, they could maybe say you know, what they think, but you know, it's just I don't know. I think I go much farther down than just the surface, where most people stay at the surface right there.
Well, yeah, cosmetics, right? Well,
just say I love you and I'm sorry, and that's okay. But I go way further than that.
Well,
people just like to compete with each other.
Well, I love your traditional. It's like a comment, but they kick you like avatar. I tell people, I see you. What does that mean? I see the inside you first and foremost, then the outside, then your environment, then your universe. The potential to be, I date all of you.
That's what I have.
Yeah. So
that's what me and Andrew have. Yeah. But he's his mother. I think I don't know. Anyway, that's a long story. I'm not getting into that right now. But I'm waiting for him, and I know he's just healing and stuff, and he'll be here soon, I'm sure. But I'm waiting. I know he's in jail, so.
Well, praise gets out.
I'm not giving up on him.
You don't have to.
Give up too easily on people.
Once again, like, well,
no, I'm not giving up on him.
That's definitely, Queen. That's definitely your free one choice. But to everybody out there, like, you break down your relationship, like, on the overall, how is it? Is it more loving? Or is it more toxic? You know, aka that toxic love. So, and from there, wise,
more love, probably.
Okay, so like scenario, right?
We have moments, but
no one's perfect. We have our flaws, most definitely. And there's no such thing as perfect relation. But the idea on the overall, you get along best as possible. Especially what I say, but it's to be like, if we can't talk about everything freely, open-mindedly, then what are we doing here? Respectfully, your body can't even shit about life. Respectfully, you're cosmetic, you're beautiful, looks, bodies. But your body doesn't talk to me.
I know. I'm not giving up on him, and Andrew's he's gonna be glad I never gave up on him. So, because I know it's just. You know, but I just don't want anybody else. You know, I can't even imagine being with anybody else. And I'm just kind of sick over here to my stomach waiting for him. It's actually killing me. It's eating me up on the inside, like so bad. I'm about to die out here for real. I really am. My heart's just crushed, and I'm just waiting, and I can't visit with him, and I don't know what's going on or nothing. Nobody tells me nothing. So, but I think his mom has something to do with that, and it's not right because I was with him before till.
Sorry, she's lagging.
Up until and they leave me out of the loop. I mean, I know him very well. I mean, very well. Anybody.
Okay.
So, and I think he's just listening to too many people out there, and they're brainwashing him or something.
Potentially.
I don't know why, because I never thought he was like that. He's not. He thinks for himself.
Well, if families evolve and friends are evolved, they could potentially give him bad advice. Pretty much potentially way, but that's why it being like the intent. If you're in the healing journey, you like if you have a good partner, you date your partner, you don't date your family or no friends. A lot of people like are in toxic relationships, they don't want to see you happy.
Why he doesn't want to. That's. Yeah, well, it wasn't toxic. I mean, we just had our issues, you know.
No. Queen, not you. No. I'm talking about you. No.
And just because you can't break up and go be with somebody else, because then you're going to have more problems with that person.
Well, that's the intent not to go body hopping. Fact.
We didn't have a routine. We had real. It was real. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it was real. We have each other's souls.
Oh, ex.
We're twin
Always.
flames. We talked
Thank you.
about
Just
this
tell
for
stories.
years.
Right. And I'm talking about you as a couple. I'm talking about like your scenario. If you and your partner are blessed, right? On the overall, you're a couple, right? I'm talking about people in general. Like a lot of family and friends are toxic, and they don't want to see you happy, so they cause problems. And the thing is, as a partner, if you allow your especially your family to dictate your relationships, you're gonna choose your family over your partner, and that's the thing. A lot of people potentially have healthy relationships with their partners. The downfall is like your family gets to manipulate. We're before your partner. I know you love them, but here's the kicker: who you choosing, us or her, him?
His family, it's his mother, and she wants to keep him there with her because she's down on that level, and she's not that old at all, but she looks and I'm sure feels really old, and she doesn't want him to go anywhere. She wants him there.
Right, codependency.
So she's gonna do anything that she can.
Right. So
she won't even. She doesn't talk to me.
okay. So there's a dilemma right there. So his mom basically doesn't want to see you guys happy, especially you wise. So from their wise,
Yeah,
you know, you gotta choose
we're very
these.
happy. Yeah, she's trying to destroy
What's
us.
that?
Everyone.
I don't gangbang respectfully. That's blue pillars, the entertainers. I'm a red pillar,
I just don't like
educator.
you talking about. I just wanted to tell you about my relationship a little bit, like that. But I don't want to hear really. I don't want any advice or nothing from you. That's all. But
Oh, you don't have to.
I was just trying to help you out too on here, and because I don't know.
Yeah.
I've learned a lot, like I said. So I think.
No, that's totally cool. Once again, nobody has to comprehend. Nobody.
Me and him need to talk. We need to talk. I haven't talked to him in like a long fucking time. And he needs to come and talk to me. So.
That's the idea, but
he's just scared. He's scared. He needs to just be a man and think for himself and just come over here where I'm at right now. So.
I say respectfully, but what I preach was like anybody can make time for anybody if they choose to want to, which is their choice of free will. So if you're making time and he's not, you're matching energy, he's taking energy, and that's both sides free will and choice.
Yeah, but it's not that. No, you're just no.
Well, I don't know the whole story.
But I'm gonna have to go ahead and skip. I'm gonna have to go ahead and just go leave because.
You good?
Yeah, because I know what's going on. So,
okay.
Because this is just not good. You gotta think more than the surface, just so you know.
Okay, for sure. Have a blessed night. Take care. Be safe.
Yeah, watch Alan Watts or Carl Jung.
Oh, I know who they are.
You want to talk about?
I already know who they are, respectfully. And that's the thing, like, respect her situation, like, that's a lot of us in toxic relationships. And remember this, like, his mom's, there's a problem. His mom, a lot of family dictates our lives. My last relationship, well, my second mom's, that one, like, I'm not, it's amazing, like, when you work on yourself and you fall back, you know, in your head, you keep running time because your past, right? Like, I did a lot of wrong. I wasn't a physical abuser. I was definitely a verbal abuser. And I allowed my family to dictate my life with my ex. Like, overall, she was good. Quit saying toxic. Why? Here's the best part. Toxic love. It's tatted on me. Nobody wants toxic love. What's toxic love? When you love somebody that doesn't love you back. Toxic love will cost you everything emotionally, mentally, spiritually, verbally, physically, potentially even your own life. So if you want love, you got love. If you offer love, that's you as one being. The intent, the potential to be the offer love. Here's the kicker. Love doesn't hurt. If God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, especially with your ancestors, is love, love can't hurt at all. Everyone has issues? Of course. Why? Because everyone's stuck on what? The big-ass term. Fuck all this terminology. Therapy counseling is very simple. The generational cycle. Ted on me for a reason. Everyone is stuck on that shit. You want to see your future? Black and white. Look at all your toxic family. Every single one of them. And they have mammy bullshit, and they're older than you, right? But as a couple, behind closed doors, whatever they believe in, as a couple, they're toxic. Don't become your toxic family. Black and white, straight to the point, you know? But it does. I'm going to study more. Everyone is toxic then. No, everyone is toxic. You want to break it down black and white? All my tattoos, all the ghetto hoods, Lucifer's playground, hell on earth, toxic relationships everywhere. Kids that more love than adults too. Suburbs, good areas, for the most part, it's heaven on earth. People are empathetic, more on the queen side. Love on the overall and all, but here's the kicker. As a being, how are you as one being? And from there, what has the potential to be, how are they? Exactly, that's all you stop at. Black and white. Well, black and white you mix together is great. I see everything. I see future in a positive manner. All I see is energy. I don't see color, race, culture. No. Are you positive? Are you negative? Whatever term you want to use to tell my body. Squares, empathetic people. Nice guy, nice girls. Circles, narcissistic. Bad boy, fuck boy, fuck girls. The cherry on top, the ones you don't want to get involved with. All you zombies. Addicts, stuck in addiction. I don't get involved with you. Circles and zombies, I'll be an associate. I'll be a support team. If you're not too toxic, your environment's not too toxic, I'll even call you a friend, but to say you're my partner, no, respectfully, because you're too traumatized. You know? Go deep in the soul. Relationship one is you. Oh, no. Well, here's the kicker. All my tattoos, to make it simple, black and white. Everyone should write it, tell me about a book. The answer to life is the person in the mirror. All you ever need was you, the end. There's not nobody around you. If you need people, welcome to codependency. We're all codependent initially. That's why if you break down life, you always had people by your side. Your parents or your caregivers who raised you. You graduate, you got roommates, college, etc., partners and shit. But the day you're actually all alone, no physical body by your side, now this shit's scary. Because why? You're lonely because everybody has a body by their side. No matter if it's toxic or healthy relationships. You have no physical being. Now what are you choosing? What are you doing? Get scared? Go to jump into another relationship again? Do the body hopping or the whole phase. Do what you want to do, but here's the kicker. Nobody can't fix or save you at all. At all. You can't do it for nobody else either. Physically, yes you can. Financially, you have the money, yes you can. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no you can't. Not even higher source. It's yours, what? Your journey. If you start the healing journey, now you're trying to feel these feelings. Do communication comprehension. Oh, that's why it failed. That's why my family's toxic, because they're so traumatized. They're stuck on what? The generational cycle. They don't know this conversation at all. Tell them I touch this for a reason. All these negative, positive words. If it triggers you, I did my job. Here's the best part. These words, these conversations, these languages have no feelings at all. Zero. So all the universe and their feelings about things that are feelings toxic. When they feel toxic, breakups, don't worry about breakups. Zombies, addicts and addiction does not really become a zombie. And addicts and addiction, only beings do. You and I do. I don't worry about none of that stuff. They're just words. I don't worry about words, respectfully. You know. So when you're talking in circles, I'm waiting for him. No, Queen, I'm not saying give up on him. That is your free will and choice. That's everyone's free will and choice. Every day above ground, we all have what? Free will and choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? To be empathetic? That nice guy, nice girl. To be narcissistic? The bad boy, bad girl, phobic fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Where you are not changing, you are choosing. Black and white, straight to the point. No use of therapy, counseling, nothing. God, Buddha. What? Every day, I got it, you got it. Today you're sad? Maybe today you're sad. Tomorrow, you can be happy or sad. What are you choosing? What are you doing? You bitter, hateful. That's everyone's free will and choice, you know? So with that said, you can wait all you want. That is your free will and choice. My situation, I don't wait on people respectfully. If they're too traumatized, they're not working themselves. I'm as they be, I don't wait on people respectfully, you know? You don't know what you're saying. Life happens. Are you kidding me? I don't know what I'm saying, really. If I don't know what I'm talking about, what am I doing? What am I tattooed for? Every which way, God can't do it for nobody. Respectfully, God's not, he's powerful. Everyone's got free will and choice. Queen, you're waiting. Your free will and choice. He hasn't responded to you. He's not reaching out to you. That is his free will and choice. Now, what are you both doing? See? Simple as that. And that's just you two as two beings in the whole universe. My situation, I don't deal with toxicity. Anybody can make time for anybody. Cell phones, I got 15 cell phones. I can text somebody, call somebody. Anybody can do whatever they want. You know, we got technology at the tip of our fucking hands, right? So, once again, as a being, if you want to wait, that's your free one choice. If you want to keep meeting him halfway and he's not meeting you halfway, that's his free one choice. Respectfully, you know. That's not even close. Quit assuming. Here's Queen. I'm not assuming nothing. I'm just going by what you're saying. You were just on here a minute ago, right? Every which way. So his family's holding him back. How old is he? 10 years old, 20 years old, and his family's holding him back? Then his family, he's dating his family. He's not dating you. A lot of us date our family because why? We're pride and ego and we're fucking scared. That's all it is. We're scared. Okay, my family gives up on me because I choose my partner or my family, and the relationship does fail and they disown me, then I have nowhere to go to. Yeah. Every which way. You have the codependency part, you know. Hope you educate yourself more about relationships. All right, Queen, once again, jump in the box. I play clips. Challenge in a positive manner. I'll play a clip. You tell me what you think about the clip and vice versa. Don't be shy. Every which way. That's what I do. I've been doing this for 5 years. I'll do it to my last day in breath. Every which way. Because here's the kicker. My job is to trigger the universe with feelings. Petty words. Scenario. If you're in toxic relationships, and that scenario, if I'm the bad boy, fuck boy, I'm emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, breaking her shit, controlling as fuck, jealous as fuck, being a fuck boy, body hopping, and I go to church, right? So I'm her slave master. My tattoo, I say, fuck her feelings. She's too empathetic, the next thing she will not even say fuck my feelings. Because that's wrong to sin every which way. So I own her. If I try and bond her, I could fucking cheat on her 1,000 times. She will always take me back. Because she believes why. She prayed, but I hope manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, her ancestors magically changed my ways that one day I wake up and she loves me. I mean, I love her like she loves me. How long will it take? 1 year, 10 years, 20 years, 5 kids deep? Finally I love her after a body hop 20,000 times? Physically whooped her ass, 2 black eyes in? And that's love? That's called toxic love every which way, you know? Andrew and I souls need each other. He's lying to himself. You don't own anyone. Well, if you want these slavery times, if I'm toxic, I'm the slave master. I'm too narcissistic. I say fuck her feelings literally wise. and she always give me chances, then she's my slave. All my tattoos. She's called my tattoos. The words of my soul. All you people that are too empathetic. Typically, a lot of you queens are, right? You're too empathetic. You're too nice. You're too gullible. You're too nice. You call what? People pleasers. If you date bad boy fuck boys, right? Bad girls fuck girls. What's their flaw? They're too narcissistic. They're too egotistical. Too mean. Too prideful. Too greedy. They're called what? Destroyers. Yeah, all you religious, spiritual, positive people, especially the queens, loving souls, quote unquote, and you want to go do opposite track and date the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girls, then you're going to date loser disciples. My tattoo way the fuck up here to trigger everybody. They're loser disciples, the fuck ups of the universe. Everything they touch, they destroy. Karma, they are karma, not knowing. So all you boys and girls, men who want to date karma, talking about karma, then go do opposite track. Go fall on your face. I pray for you. I go my day in my life. I was you. I don't fuck with that like I is. Street folk. I don't deal with boys and girls narcissistic. I don't deal with zombies. I'll talk to them. All my tattoos trigger the whole universe. It's all about the healing journey. And the best part, these words have no feelings at all. Slave masters don't worry about becoming a slave master. A slave does not worry about being a slave at all. You do. Why do you allow someone to destroy you? Respectfully, how you having living life, living the universe, the healing journey, loving God, Buddha, whatever you believe in, magically, someone come in your life and take your energy, and now you're destroyed every which way. Really? Make that make sense, God told me to wait. That's cool. Once again, Queen, you can wait all you want, respectfully. That's why I feel the vibration between us wants to connect again. Queen, you're meeting him halfway. The idea that he meets you halfway. But how long will that be? How much longer will you wait, respectfully? And that is your free will and choice. You can wait another 5-10 years. That's your free will and choice. Once again, as it being been there, done that, no, I won't ever pray, manifest that God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, my ancestors of magic, waking my partner that I don't have, and she loves me like I love her. A zillion queens in the whole fucking universe. Why would I stress about one? Make that make sense respectfully. Look around you. Nobody else in the healing journey. Everyone's traumatized. Everyone's broken. Maybe where you're from, potentially, but there's different states, countries, universes, right? Respectfully, So, and that's your free one choice. I'm not knocking you. I'm just saying in general. I'm back to this clip, guys. Me as a being, my first baby on 12 years, like TLC, sex intercourse once in a while. The longest, like 9 months I waited. I won't ever do that again. Like, I'm not saying it's all the relationship, but if we love each other, quote unquote, higher source, quote unquote, and want to become a power couple and help other people out, why can't our love be good? And that's why you should talk about that shit day one. Like, when it comes to TLC sex intercourse, like, what do you love about it? If tradition was working, you can do, like, dates and go traditional corny ways, right? And find out the hard way, the physical way. But I'd rather do it verbally, which I know is different. Day one, first day potential, just to let you know, hey, I respect your boundaries. You don't have to elaborate. And send me questions. But I would like to talk about TLC sex intercourse. Why? Because I don't know what you love about TLC, what you dislike about TLC. And remember, Queen, you don't have to respond at all. I respect your boundaries, but if you want to do the physical, we can do the physical. But just to let you know, scenario, I'm not forewarning you. Let's say TLC sucks. I suck, you suck. I love this, you hate that, you love that. I don't do that. And I'll be nice. I'll give us a week. And then after that, it's over. What? I'm moving. As the King of the universe, why would I say about you? It's not going to work out because you're loving-dovey, religious, spiritual, but our TLC sucks. So our balance is off. Or we can sit here and we can pray about manifest it gets better. No. Or if you're not doing it, somebody else will do it. You want to go through all that drama and bullshit? So once again, as a being, I talk about day one. And no one has to respond to that. That is their free will and choice. But once again, as a being, nobody can take my energy. Everybody else respect you that you're on the journey or the healing journey. And you say that people take my energy. Why do you allow people to take energy? Especially when it comes to becoming one. TLC sex intercourse. If you can't control and protect it, you got to be very careful who you lay down with. Especially if they're trying to bond you. Now you sit there waiting for too long for what reason? Respectfully, I didn't hear anything you said. Oh, you don't have to. No one has to hear me at all. And I said respectfully. That's what it being. 15 years, him, too long. He's been praying, planning, manifesting. Then his wife says that, she'll change her ways. She'll try harder. 15 fucking years? No, thank you. Respectfully. Which is tell everybody. If you're in a positive matter, as a warning, you and I, especially when the breakups happen, right? The breakups happen, divorces. What do you all say? The victim mentality. I gave him 5 years of my time. My first mom, I gave her 12 years of my time. Wrong terminology. Not just we, as a couple, we gave each other 12 years of our time. So I tell everybody, To put fear in a positive manner, I'm going to tell my back. You and I cannot get nobody back, but God, the Almighty, cannot give it back to us. What is it? Love, time, feelings. When you comprehend that, why do you waste your love, your time, your feelings on wrong people around you, especially by your side as a partner? Make that make sense. And nobody has to comprehend that. But everyone bitches about the breakup and divorces. Whatever. Yes, you gave us 3 months of your time. Not just one, both of you did. The positive, it was only 3 months. It was not 3 years, 30 years, 10 kids, none of that shit. It's only 3 months. It hurts, right? The grieving journey, nothing wrong with the grieving journey, but how long will you shed tears for? Months? Years? Be scared of love again? Don't be scared of love. That's incorrect. Be scared of toxic love. But like in the Bible talk, everyone, like the first line in the Bible says what? In the beginning, everyone says the same shit when it comes to toxic relationships. You bitch about the partners. In the beginning, everything starts with love. And there was a toxic love. The red flags. When did it start happening? 6 months love, then the 7 month kicks in. Less texting, less calling, less TLC. You know, you're in the same household. They're upstairs, they're downstairs. There's toxic love. There it is. Shit's falling apart already, man. But no, maybe tomorrow get better. You can say that maybe tomorrow. How long will that be? How many weeks, months, years you give this individual? And I tell you the answer. You don't have to comprehend this. You can't get it back. You can't buy it back. God Almighty can't get it back. It's been written. That's what it's called, the past. It happened yesterday. Can't go in the past. Right? Today, it's the present. Keeping the present best as possible. The future, no one knows the future. But I will say this, with energy-wise, that's why I'm still single. I see energy every which way. Queen, just to let you know, here's the way I speak, my conversation, like I said, on my tattoos. My energy is too strong for you. I forewarn you, like, you're not ready for this. I don't hold back. And in my situation, all these tattoos, if these petty words trigger you, why would you want to shoot your shot? Why would you want to be with me? These tattoos are me for a reason. I'm not going to erase them. I'll cover them up to respect your boundaries. I'll cover my tattoos up if you want me to, but I'm not to remove my tattoos. And on top of that, it's an attention getter. So if I'm in the street to Seattle and we're together as a couple, I'll respect your boundaries, whatever they say, my tattoo, whatever it is, you know, depression, my neck tattoo, I'll wear fucking turtlenecks and bullshit, right? Whatever. But if someone sees my tattoos and they ask me about tattoos, I'm going to elaborate. But baby, shut up. I respect your boundaries. Can you just go, whatever, go inside the store, sit in the car for 5-10 minutes. I'm going to tell the person in the street, hey, I'm with my girl business type of situation. We'll have a conversation in 5-10 minutes. If you want to continue on, we'll talk, you know, how do you want to have this conversation? Social media, email, phone numbers, whatever. But, you know, my girlfriend, that's a triggering subject. And they might tell me, like, dude, if that triggers her, why is she with you? Is Tada on you? And she, yeah, that's what I told her. You see, my situation, I forewarned day one. There's no, like, weeks. No, I'm not here to sell no one a dream at all. Not at all. That's how all my tattoos are triggering. In a positive manner, which I love the empath side, quote unquote. Negative manner, the narcissist, the bad side of the traumas and bullshit. And people tell me all the time in Seattle, like, why do you want to trigger people? They're just words and feelings. You don't have to work, nobody has to work on the feelings at all. But then you claim, I want love. And here's the best part scenario. I see my tattoos, whatever question we talk about subject, the day that you want love, quote unquote, and a partner, the day your partner that you love, quote unquote, asks you the same question, the same subject, what do you do to them that you love? Push them away? And let's say they're in the healing journey to forewarn you. They can get believe, what? Just because of that? Yeah. Just because of that. My situation, I don't deal with toxicity issues. If you're traumatized, queen, yeah, you're cosmetically beautiful. Yeah, but your lust doesn't teach you shit about life. Toxic love and lust is not a dozen. Every which way. I love saying this shit. Your body, your beauty, your looks can't do shit for me in life. Cosmetically, sure. Feelings, sure. But our minds tell our mouths to move and have words come out of our mouths. I'm dealing your mind. Then your body, your looks, your environment, and your fucking universe. Before I meet you as a potential partner, right? I'm going to talk to you. How's your lifestyle? What do you do every day? What's your everyday routine? So I'm going to tell you what I do in my life and what I deal with as a being. And see we have time for each other on the overall. Especially, I'm going to say for your kids. Especially if your kids are involved. Let's say you got kids. I'm going to ask you all the correct questions. Not just, okay, you have kids. Cool. No. Yo, how many kids you have? How many baby fathers do you have? Is it co-parenting? What? Let's say scenario, she's got 2 kids, right? And 2 baby fathers. Is she give the first one? Oh, he's a deadbeat. My tattoo is a deadbeat father. Oh, cool. Respectfully, I don't deal with them, right? Let's say she said the second one, problems. I mean, like, I'm trying to mindset for him. It's always drama and bullshit. To me, red flag. What? I don't deal with toxicity. And I'll tell you, Queen, just to let you know, thank you for being honest with me. But here's the kicker. I don't deal with toxicity. Just to let you know, If your butt has not because of you, because of him on his head, why is right, that he's the issue. He hasn't let you go. He does not want to see you happy. So my side, I do co-parenting. Make sure happy, it's a big happy family. So I want to bring toxicity in my life. And it's not you, nor the kids. Kids are part of the package. It's him. He is the problem in your life until he lets you go. And the way to do that for him is start the healing journey. Then we're not going to work out. And she'd be, oh, just because of that? Yes. But if you want to find the heartbreak queen, we can do this. What? Let's become a partners, relationship, lovey-dovey and shit. And it becomes toxic. Watch, you'll see. Once again, for warning, it's black and white. It's energy, the fullest. It's going to cause altercation. It's not because of you, because they want to see you happy. Now, if I show love, he doesn't know what love is. He's not like this shit. It's going to cause altercations. And I'm not bringing stress and drama to my personal life, nor my kids at all, nor my ex and hubby. Before you, that's what I'm saying. Like, we're not doing this at all. Respect, but if you want to try, we can do this. And on top of that, if you can protect and control your energy, what's energy? Everyone that bitches about that, like I used to, right? A lot of us do, empathetic people. When you have TLC sex intercourse, what do? You exchange energy from a bond, soul tie, twin flames, trauma bonds. Potentially catch what? For all you virgins out there, feelings, STDs, or babies because of one act. If you can't control and protect it, why even trying? That the fuck out. Why don't you start the healing journey? Why don't you do all the terminology, all these scenarios? Or even God's hands, higher source, and go find your face. God will not do what you're about to do. But hey, pray for you. I'll go my day, go my life. That's all I can do for you. Once again, I have compassion for the universe. I don't feel sorry for the universe. Why should I? Respectfully. All these resources, every technology is fucking key. Once again, use myself as an example. Conversations, all these clips that I played, my tattoos, right? Anyone you speak to, everyone plants seeds. Everyone plants seeds. Whoever hears you, they're listening. Communication, nobody has to comprehend you. Once you start the healing journey, now you see people, your friends in toxic relationships, like they were there for you. They were in toxic relationships like you was, but now you're evolving. They're not. Don't give them because they done this conversation. You know they're about to fall in the face. Hey, what's up, ghost? Doing good. How you doing? How's life? How's your night? You just got in for more. My situation, I won't give up nobody. I won't let you drown. Everybody else will because they don't know this conversation. But that person's not good for you. But yes, I know you love them. I know you do. The downfall, they can verbally say, I love you. Love doesn't hurt. But I'm here for you. Once again, they are toxic love. But once again, you don't have to comprehend this at all. That's why the cool thing, once again, planting seeds. 5 years ago, my must ask me, what's the dates right here? Well, this is when I met your mom. We started dating, and this is when it ended 5 years ago, So, on May 3rd, 2020, not physically, emotionally and spiritually, I died. What did I do? I fell back, started the healing journey. I could have done the body hop in the whole phase, got a girlfriend right away, but like, nah. I don't want a third baby mom's fit. No, fuck all this. There's got to be a reason why my relationships are failing. No one's perfect, we have flaws. So that's why I started the healing journey 5 years ago. And then prior to that, remember, 5 years ago in 2020, healing journey. Prior to that, in 2000, moved to Seattle. From Eastern Washington to the west side, the best side, Seattle, right? I heard the terms multiple times. Empath, narcissist, the healing journey. What did I do 5 years ago? Because technology. Google, YouTube, what's an empath? What's a narcissist? What's the healing journey? I'm watching professionals, regular people myself telling their personal stories, and I'm just sitting there fucking just getting my popcorn, watching TV, like fucking watching all this shit. Like, bro, all this, and I thought to myself, verbally, mentally, all these fucking years in 94, 95 when technology started happening. Slow as DSL internet, but we saw internet. I was a bookworm. I went to the library, I would grab any book in the library, skim it, cool, I'll take it with it, I'll rock with it, I don't give a shit what it is. I didn't go in the library. On my tattoos, what's a narcissist? What's an empath? My turn, empathist. What's deflection? Trigger warnings. Reactive abuse. None of this terminology. Therapy, counseling talk. But guess what? Technology. 5 years ago, I better start speaking like this. Keep it positive as possible and trigger people, especially the boys, in a positive manner. Like, yo, like King, I was you. You keep fucking up, she'll give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. And doesn't matter 5, 10, 20 years. The day she gets to leave, you'll become what I became. Become her. The victim mentality wise, right? Respectfully, all the times you made her cry, you sat in the fucking bed, now you become her, and you ball like a bitch. And she moves. It does not matter how she moves on. She can leave you, go. It doesn't fucking matter. She gave you 1,000 chances. It's fucking over. It doesn't hurt really bad. And now you say, fuck the universe, fuck everybody. become a fuckboy. Do whatever you want to do, but you don't say God, Jesus. Nope, because God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spirit of your ancestors will not become a fuckboy fuckgirl at all. They will fall back to the healing journey. But here's the best part. They've been knowing this conversation before any of us were born. That's why in each lifetime, what I believe, they intend to start the healing journey at a younger age. In this lifetime, 39. Pray to God if there's afterlife, reincarnation. I start in the next lifetime, fucking 5 years old. Technology should still be there, but should be more highly advanced. The dilemma is this. When will I scenario, this is not factual, but let's say there's future, quote unquote, right? And the next lifetime, I'm 5 years old. When will I think to myself, you know what? All my tattoos, go on Google, YouTube. By then, I have fucking AIs, little R2D2 robots. Hey, robot, what's an empath? What's a narcissist? What's deflection? What's projection? What? I won't probably have the terminology, so I have to learn the hard way, which I dislike that. But I get the situation. I learn the hard way. I get it, but I don't like the concept because here's the kicker. I've been doing this shit for 5 years, and I would do it to my last dying breath because I call everybody the fuck out. I don't care who you are, what you claim, especially younger than I am. Then 39, 18 at heart, just 44. If you're 50 years old plus, right? And you're hearing this shit, and you better know when this shit, I started my healing journey when I was 15. So you knew this terms at 15? You can't fucking pay for its universe? You don't have to make, here's the best part of technology, right? You don't have to show your fucking face. You can put a Joe Blow fucking random name and shit, but you can tell stories. Pay for its universe. No one has to comprehend nobody. But all it takes is one person to make a comment or question and express a conversation. Yo, why do you say that? Why do you believe that? And nobody else to believe you. Like my situation, like once again, higher source, I'm like, respectfully, I'm always a Catholic. If higher source can do for you, especially in the Queen side, how's that working out for you? Leave it in God's hands. Say that all you want. You think God's suffering? Allah, Jesus, Buddha, you think any of them are suffering? And that very much so. Why are you suffering? Why do you allow yourself to suffer? And remember this, every day bowed down, we all have free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? Well, you are not changing. You are choosing. And maybe not today, maybe tomorrow, a week, a year. Don't go in the future, because in a year from now, you might not wake up tomorrow. Nobody might not wake up tomorrow. Respectfully. That's why just day by day baby steps. This healing journey is not a race, no marathon at all. I make it sound so fucking easy because I worked on myself 5 years ago. I made a vow 5 years ago to all the fucking universes. Yo, when I figured this life bullshit out, this healing journey shit out, I don't call everybody out. I don't give a shit what you claim to be. Especially you better know, like, nah, you're too narcissistic, too much pride and ego. Especially if someone's younger than you. That's the downfall of a lot of people that are older, right? They see a young cat. You know what? I might tell them something, like go to church. Yeah, it's tradition. I've heard all that, right? Like, no, let me elaborate. Let me tell you a little story. You don't comprehend this at all, but I'll hold you and guide you. But just to let you know, I can't do it. Higher source can't do it. It's your free one choice. It is your healing journey if you want to feel your feelings. And we have the same conversations every day. We're talking to each other, right? I know what I'm talking about. The little story I'm doing, communication comprehension. You hearing me? You're doing communication. You don't have to comprehend nothing. And the day you do, what do we all say? I finally got it. It clicked in. All those years this person was, yeah. Because it's only you as one being into comprehension. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. At all. And that's my situation. All my tattoos black and white. The gray part, we can talk about the gray part, go down the rabbit hole, but I just keep it simple. I just keep it about your feelings. I don't care about anything else that's man-made, respectfully. I don't. Like, okay, I'm happy you're rich, you're beautiful, exotic, but here's the best part. Your body cannot give you advice to life. Other than your mind, ask any part of your body for advice to life. Exactly, crickets. Yeah, so there it is. As it be, but once again, nobody has to comprehend this. Puking the feelings. Like the queen earlier that was here, she's praying, planning her manifest, and that magic he comes around, and that he matches her energy. And the downfall is the monster's involved. And if you're a people pleaser and you're about your family and shit, and it is a scary part because of codependency. Because you're like, okay, I could take a leap of faith with this relationship with this partner, and if it fails, if it cheat on me, my family, they already told me they're gonna disown me. I have nowhere else to go to. That's what in this lifetime, all you gotta do in this matrix, quote unquote, is maintain the physical part: job, money, car, home. Maintain McDonald's or the bucket Honda studio, and pay your little bills. Then you're maintaining. And just for you, anybody that bullies you and gives you shit, and they're really bullying you, oh, look how old you are, whatever. You said McDonald's, they're not a good person, because higher source is not bully. They'll bully you with the truth. Like, yo, like, you can leave whenever you want to. You should work on yourself. You don't have to. And so on and so on. But once again, it's triggering. It's tricky to hear that. So you give them people like, I don't stay for too long. I'm not her father. I'm not her mother. I'm not her probation. That's an adult. All the answers to life on the cell phone. There's so many resources. But once again, that's the thing. A lot of us are too traumatized. We allow our parents to and our families to dictate our relationships. Fuck all that. I want to ever do it again. With my second baby moms, I fucked up quite a bit because of my family. I want to ever do it again. Like, nah, if I have a badass, which I don't, but let's say I have a badass partner, we're blessed every which way. Let's say our family is like me, vice versa. You know? I mean, yo, I'm good on my side. I'm with you. What? I'm dating you. I'm not dating my family. My family can talk shit, whatever. Don't worry about them. I'll do my family every which way. So I call them out. Yo, God wouldn't say what you're saying. So what you're saying. Make that shit make sense. And on top of that, y'all bitter, hateful because y'all still together, toxic as fuck. Y'all scared to leave each other. You're used to each other, and there's a problem. So I'm not you guys. If you can't respect my partner, then guess what? We don't talk to each other again. Well, yes, you're my mother, father. I don't care who you are. You can be my own kid. I don't care. Respectfully. I'm blessed on my side. You just better hate because you're not blessed on your side. You can be like that, have that whenever you want to, but you should work on yourself. Learn to love you first and foremost. But even be codependent love from other people. Do that. And the day that someone disbelieves them, well, let's say scenario, God forbid, they pass away. Then what happens? Your life ends. Finally, a badass partner, lovey dovey. Yeah, finally everything fell in place. But no one's guaranteed forever. You know, you will be once again live together, a couple, 5 years deep, beautiful as fuck. You both go to sleep, and in the morning, you got one more day above ground. They did it. Now you be mad at higher source, which you have the right to initially cuss out higher source, whatever the fuck. Like, why'd you do all this? Finally, you're in life, everything's beautiful, blessed, everything's balanced. Now, why would you take them by my side? You know, that's the shit. There's so many scenarios it gets to that point, but nothing's wrong being alone. I promise that initially, it is scary to be alone. It is because of codependency. Once you detox of codependency, you want effort to be alone. The loneliness will not whoop your butt. Because why? I don't need people. I want people. People that threaten to leave, let them leave. Don't chase people at all. That's an adult. That's not your kid. That's not a kid in general. Chase kids in general, anyone that's young, because they don't know those conversations, because they don't know. If you can guide Forewarn and tell them stories, tell stories, pay it forward. And every time they feel like my one-on-ones, I feel I'm doing bad. You're not doing bad. I tell them, I remind them, yo, queen, when I was your age, yo, I already had 2 daughters deep, but I toxic relationship for 12 years to be. 12 years to be. Don't become me. So I remind you every time you're doing good. You have no kids, you blessed. Kids are blessed and also a lesson, respectfully. And all that, once they get that scenario like that comment we all say, like when we start the healing journey or you're a kid, especially social media, like, I didn't ask to be here. Nobody has to be here. We're fucking here. Now what are you going to do about it? Stop bitching about it. Respectfully. And it's yes, for the middle school, high schoolers, you live with your toxic parents, you're the kicker. Your toxic parents, right, that preach about higher source and they go to the mosques, halls, the churches, they're not good people. They're stuck on what? The generous cycle. Higher source will not bully you. They're not happy in life, especially when you're young and let's say you have a healthy relationship, middle school, high school. And they don't. They're single or in a toxic relationship. There's a problem. They don't want to see you happy at all. That's not a good person. They're bullying you. But yes, financially, you can't get it believed yet. But that's why you can, little by little, manage best as possible. Adapt to your environment best as possible. And remember, in the matrix, you maintain job, money, car, home. That's it. That's the physical part, Is it spiritual? What you gonna call it? And that's the physical part. Now, the second hardest part, emotionally and spiritually. How you doing upstairs? Because it's balance, the yin and the yang. You can be physically fit, a gym rat, awesome. But you be codependent of the gym because every time you're sad, hit them weights. Every time you're depressed, hit them weights. You got the breakups, you're stressing, hit them weights. How about I tell everybody, whatever makes you feel good. What you gonna call it, God, Jesus, Buddha, whatever. I don't have patience, respectfully. What you gonna call it, then, that feeling, right? Why can't you have that feeling 24/7, 365? Whatever it is, drugs, stay with drugs. Gym, live at the gym. Don't leave church. Don't leave your therapist. Don't leave your peoples. Be codependent of all of them for the rest of your life. Then what? Respectfully, like, yo, that's why if people make you feel good, if man bullshit makes you feel good, why can't you make yourself feel good? Make that make sense. And that's to everyone in the universe. That little saying, because no one says that shit, will be tied on my back. Eventually, make sure it's the hoodies, because the answer is codependent, Can't have the feeling 365 because life is not linear. Well, once again, initially it's not. I have that feeling 24/7, 365. I don't need people. I want people. A zillion people in the whole universe. Why was it just about 1 or 5 or 10? Deadass. Eastern Washington State. They all look at me. There's only 2 women that I talk to, right? And all these boys and girls. I didn't say men and women. Boys and girls. Religious, spiritual, hard workers. They all look at me. I'm the fucking devil because of my tattoos. But remember, Eastern Washington, introverted, Christian, religious spirituality. But here's the kicker. I'm the devil in the eyes. It hurt my feelings. Talk about me. I don't give a shit. Western Washington, Seattle, the West at the best side. Yo, I'm blessed every which way. The queens love me. I'm famous. They be all, I look at you, right? But then see you speak to people. You have positive energy. Like your looks are deceiving. Like, yeah, I know. I did it for a reason. All my tattoos an attention getter. But once again, it's not for validation. It's to trigger people. And like, it's just words. Everyone tattooed Seattle be like, I love my tattoos, right? But I've never seen anyone with tattoos, you know? They're right, because I just tell stories. That's all I do. Nothing more, nothing less. And the positive, they're just words. Yeah, you're right. They're just words in like little paragraphs. Yeah, they're just little notes to the universe. My notes to the universe, every which way. I doubt it. What do you expect, bro? Oh, no, I doubt. Once again, I'm blessed. Every day of ground, I'm blessed as one being, because I wake up, my home's good, my mental home's good. That's how I preach about everybody. Every day above ground are both your 4 walls, your mental home and your physical home, because everything starts from home. Everyone bitches about their homes. Everyone talks relationships, talks environments. You bitch about your home. Now what are you gonna do about it? You have nowhere else to go to. Maybe not today. Try tomorrow. If there's the will, is the way. You know. But once again, I make it sound easy because why? I worked on myself 5 years ago. I don't need people. I want people. Anyway, let me play another clip.
My wife told her friends she settled for me. We have a perfect marriage. We've been together for 9 years, married for 4. We rarely fight. We're often intimate. We go out on date nights, send memes to each other, the works. Recently, we got news that her ex-boyfriend overdosed and passed away. Now, my wife has no connection to him, so we expressed our condolences to his family over text and nothing more. She often goes out with her friends, and I always let her. I have no problem with it because I used to trust her 100%. I had to work late, so I told my wife that if she wants, she can call her friends over to our place since I wouldn't be around. Well, the rains were heavy and our office was told to leave early because some light flooding was taking place on the roads. I reached home and I could tell her friends were there, so I quietly went to our room unnoticed. Everyone was speaking quite loudly though, so I could hear a lot. And the ex-boyfriend came up in conversation. My wife said that 4 years into our relationship, she got a call from her ex-boyfriend, who lived in a trailer, offering to help her see the world. She said she had a bag packed and was ready to leave, but in the end decided not to, and settled for the stability that I was giving her. I didn't know about any of this. She never told me, and she says that apparently she settled for me. One of her friends asked her if she ever regretted her choice. She said that she used to, but not recently. I guess that's it, right? I'm not unstable enough for her to be attracted to me. She has to settle for someone like me. That one word just keeps revolving in my head. I slipped out of the house and went to a cafe to gather my thoughts, but got a call from her asking me where I was. That I was due home half an hour ago. I went back and she greeted me with a hug and a kiss as always, but I wasn't really into it, and she asked me why my mood was off. I mumbled something like stress from work and went to bed, skipping dinner and our usual alone time. Except I couldn't sleep. I woke up a few hours later into the night and sat in the balcony just thinking about how I'm not good enough for her, about how I'm sure she doesn't love me. I know she at least loves me a little, but even for that, I have no guarantee. It's the next day now. I didn't sleep much last night, and wife's still asleep. I didn't tell anyone anything about what she said because I just can't. What do I do here, guys? Should I even talk to her? Divorce? Question mark. Is there any hope for us moving forward? Does she even want to move forward? I don't know. I'm sorry for how jumbled up this is. My head is not really in the right place now. I gotta say, communication, girl.
Well, that's half of it once again. Everyone preaches about communication. A, what is part B? Comprehension. Like the queens, more empathetic ones, they'd be like, he's not hearing me. Queen, I would say, he's hearing, he's listening, he's watching, he's observing, he's not comprehending you. That's what you guys bigger about the exact same subjects, word for fucking word. In that situation, look in the beginning, it's not the full story. Let's say the ex-boyfriend was a zombie and accident addiction since day one, off the rip. He passed away from it. So all she knows is toxic relationships. Everyone that says this shit, right? Like I used to say, I'm extra toxic, what's the other word? They're all toxic and they're all crazy. You know why? Because you're toxic and you're crazy. All you know is toxic love. The day you get love, I promise you 1,000, the day you get love, and this shit is scary. And this shit is scary. You might call love, call them boring because they're not jealous, they're not controlling. no altercation, the bullshit, you know? Or, you know, because you're overthinking and bullshitting your traumas, your ex-exes, before they cheat on me, I'll cheat on them. Before they leave, I'll leave. And let's say they wasn't ever going to leave. That's what hurt people, heal people. What do we do with heal people? We got Forewarn. We tell stories. Like, hey, like, that situation, that's a downfall once again when trust and loyalty is broken, or like his situation, like, I'm not good enough for her, you know? That's the way she sounded. She was better out with him. But she all knew was toxic love. Now she's stable because of him. Because you know what? You know, it does controlling, but the downfall when you're traumatized, you miss that bullshit. And my first, I won't ever do it. On my tattoos, in my whole lifespan, from 39 to my last day in bed, I don't miss all my tattoos Spanish. Spanish 101, de la calles, English, the suburbs, street folk, and the ghetto hoods, hood niggas, and the black market world. I won't ever date no girl from the ghetto hoods at all, or her family's involved at all. Zero. She could be a beautiful, empathetic queen, goddess and everything. But her family, I did hear in her family, like, yup, no thank you, respectfully. I don't do with toxicity. I worked on myself. I want love. I deserve love. That's all. I'll give you all to financial. Once again, I'm a single father kid. I can't give financial. I'm like maintaining that type of situation. But love, life, I got to the full. This conversation, easy as fuck. Easy as fuck. I worked on myself. And that's the situation, the potential to be, hey, if you're going through this, talk about it. You don't have to. I respect your body, but here's the kicker. Why do I get my grounded with Jesus? Why do I get crucified? Because whoever did it to you, your boss, traffic, your ex, whomever. So that means every time someone triggers you, you're going to push me away. Just to let you know you do it for now, but I'm going to let you know, see that door right there? Whenever I want to, you want to, day when I told you, I can leave, you can leave. Can you handle rejection? If you can't handle rejection, I'm too much for you. Because I'll talk to you about it, but whatever ETA time I give you, I'll get it to leave. In my situation, we have adult conversations. Yeah, come to conversation, babe, just to let you know, you're still doing the same thing, right? You're still traumatized every which way, and every time whoever does, your father, your boss, social media triggers you, you shut down and you push me away. So I'm letting you know, this is about wording. When you tell your partner, you changed for me, don't say that, because they will change for you. People pleasing, but how long do they change for? A day, a week, a month tops. Then we go back to our old ways, and what do you tell us? You scold us. Babe, you're doing so good. Why are you going back to your old ways? And what do I say? I don't know, because we don't know. But now I know the answer. Because I changed for you. Whatever you want, I did it for you. People pleasing. Stop people pleasing. It's about wording. So scenario, I'll tell potential to be hitch it up. Keep doing the same thing. Said otherwise, it's been whatever 30 days now. And in the beginning, love. First, let's say 2 weeks was good. Then went to toxic love not because of you, on the overall because of your trauma and stuff. Everyone triggers you, you shut down, you push them away. So I'm letting you know, you don't have to comprehend that is your free one choice. You see that door right there? 30 days from now, I'm leaving. What? Yeah, I'm leaving. You have to comprehend, you have to believe me, that is your free one choice. But here's the kicker. You change for yourself first and foremost, and then for our relationship to progress forward in life. If you don't, once again, that is your free one choice. I am leaving. Yes, you can look at me like, sure, whatever. Or not believe me, that's your free one choice. When you're traumatized, and you be stuck in trombones and they break up with you one time, two. Yeah, they'll leave and come back a billion fucking times. Trombones suck, but when you're working yourself, like, hey, bet, you know? And remember, my shit's there. A lot of people, once again, I make it sound easy because I work to myself. I don't give a shit about my main things. You know, let's say I have, like, clothes, whatever. I can buy clothes again. I don't buy expensive things in general. Electronics, cool. Computer stuff, I'll just take it or just replace it. It's all replaceable because I don't care about my main things. On her side, let's say I leave. Kicks in day 30. I go to work, and I say the scenario all the time. The routine, I get home at 6 p.m. It hits 7. I'm not home. She texts me, baby, where you at? I got my cell phone. Look at it. I don't have to respond. Hits 8 o'clock. She called me, babe, what's up with you? Where you at? Like, first and foremost, it's not babe. It's Margarito Yala. What? I told you. You didn't believe me? What do you mean? Why do you think I'm not home? Don't worry about me. It's over. What? I'm for real, deadass. Now learn from this. The next potential to be to tell you the same thing. Take him for real. They're going to get up and leave. So work on yourself. Or date people like you. You're too traumatized. I don't recommend it, but it's not going to work in nobody's favor. I do, rejection, protection. I'm selfish in a positive manner. In a positive manner. We're taught that being selfish is wrong, it's sin. It's too narcissistic. It's healthy narcissism. Yo, if you don't got you, then who got you? Higher source? Emotionally, spiritually, physically, who got you? That's the shit. It's your life. Yo, do what makes you happy as a being. Allows you not hurting people. Hurting people, the truth is hurt no matter what. Every which way. So that's that scenario, that clip. If I was him, I would get believed. I would talk to her, child, here's the situation, you don't know this, but, you know, I overheard you and your girlfriend's talking with the woo, and you just basically accepted me and for stability, but you really don't want to be with me. Like, why are you selling me a dream? On my side, I love you to the fullest, but now that I heard that, then I don't know what to do no more. And that's the shit. That's when the spark starts ending. It goes from love to toxic love. Because now it's inconsistent. Now you're like, cool. You can reassure me, be a porn star, whatever. No, it's already over. That trust and loyalty is broken. There's a zillion people in the whole universe. Why would I stress about one? And vice versa. Why are you stressing about one person? Like, fall back, start the healing journey, right? Once again, work on your exes. Every time a relationship fails, like church is saying, on my back, everyone come alive is a blessing, when they leave with us a lesson. Traditional, I add to it, because I'm always dissecting these sayings in the universe, right? Because if tradition was working, why the fuck is everyone suffering? Especially you queens, right? So, it says on my back, everyone come alive is a blessing, when they leave with us a lesson. Be it positive or negative, there are always lessons to be learned. Once you detox of codependency, you want effort to be alone, period. But I'm going to add to it, comma, lonely, comma, loneliness. So that's what happens. You're scared to be alone initially, because why? At nighttime, you're lonely. The loneliness kicks in because you already know everybody by your, not by your side, but your family, friends, social media. They have a physical body by their side. No matter if their relationship is toxic or healthy, they got a body. You don't. Now you're all alone. You're four walls, talking to your pillow, watching TV, insomnia, talking to your eyelids, and staring at the fucking ceiling because you can't go to sleep. What's up, Legendary? How you doing? How's it going? And that's the shit for everybody out there. How you been? How's life? And I say respect, once again, to each their own. You do whatever you want to do, but once again, if you want love, quote unquote, in relationships, the potential to be they should be in the healing journey. And want what you want. Communication, comprehension, best as possible. If not, you be in a toxic relationship, and everyone's the same shit. And we're talking about it in the beginning. Yeah, love. Everyone does that shit initially. When does it go to toxic love? And when it does go to toxic love, what are you gonna do about it? Great. How are you doing? Oh, I'm doing best. I'm doing best. I'm just tired. It was a long day. My kiddos, co-parenting best as possible, which is beautiful. But once again, like, it'd be nice to have that. Like, my ex told me today, she's like, "Well, you don't have another kid." I'm like, respect when I say this, and I go, I'm nothing against you. You're gonna be like, I'm happy for you guys. You guys do. We do co-parenting. Y'all happy as a couple, which is beautiful. It's a little family, right? I go, it'd be nice to have a potential partner, and we're good. And let's say a little one's here. If she's in the healing journey, and we're more, we're blessed every which way. Respect and say that's all, nothing against you, but not because both of us are on a journey, not a healing journey. That's we're not together, right? We do co-parenting. Then potentially finally I can have a real family on the overall, Let's do a shot and rocks some smashing pumpkins. Respect, thanks for the offer. I only drink when I do my ink therapy. I cheat. I had some people ask me, your tattoos here? I'm like, well, respect, I cheat. What do you mean? I drink Fireball. I get buzzed like a champ. And my tattoos, like 99%, are just words. So as my boys doing them, they're on there. The respect, this shading shit, this pretty stuff, fuck no. That shit hurts. All that back and forth. I'm buzzing like a champ. I'm like, nope. On my back, potentially, it's a 50-50 shot. I might potentially put a picture of Buddha. Respect, I said, because 3 months ago, now it's 4 months now, because of Spotify, technology. I heard the term Buddha when I was a little kid. I moved to Seattle. Taste the rainbow, all the cultures, all the nationality, all the beliefs, right? So, what you want to call it? On Spotify, I do DoorDash, I do Seattle Farm Market, my pops, go back and forth. I'm always on the road. I was like, yep, Spotify, type in Buddha teachings. And from Salty Tim, once again, their podcast, their teachers. I'm just hearing someone speaking, that's it. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. But myself as a being, I'm trying to vibe with anyone out there that's in the spiritual universe, even religious, and on this positive manner. And on top of that, if they can elaborate to 2025 lifetimes, that's even be like Salty Tim. He's got to be, I'm assuming, I don't know, maybe like 65, 68, around that. I'm 44, a little older than I am, right? But he speaks Buddha's teachings, his ways, mind and body. And he brings down to our terminology, our times. And he does a little scenario. Cool. Well, your mom and dad, here's a kicker. If your mother's father's bullying you, they're traumatized. They don't know this conversation. They're doing their best because that's what your grandparents, their parents taught them. And that's why the term is called what? The generational cycle. Everyone's stuck on this shit, comma, initially. What? When you start doing the healing journey, you're trying to break the general cycle. You're trying to be, the intent, quote unquote, is to stop being all your toxic ass family. And once again, I say it all the time, I'm not even a fortune teller. I can lie, guess what, guys? This is my gift. I'm a fortune teller. I can tell you future. Look at all your toxic ass family as toxic couples, and you're in a toxic relationship in middle school, high school. Your future is dead ass in front of your face. Look at your parents, older cousins, right? Aunties, uncles, grandparents. Look at them to this day, and they all go to church. Buddha, does not matter what they believe in, right? But as a couple, behind closed doors, you know they're toxic. So look at them. What's the age gap between you and your partner in middle school, high school? You in college. Now do the age gap. 10 years from now, that's for you. Your grandparents, 50 years from now, that would be you and your partner. And they all brag about the same shit. I traveled, fucking $1 billion, blah, blah. I heard every fucking story. Yeah, but as a couple, behind closed doors, doesn't matter what the fuck you believe in, you're toxic as fuck. Yeah, that's called toxic love. Love doesn't hurt. Highly impossible. Higher source can't hurt. Toxic love hurts. You don't want toxic. Don't become none of your toxic family. And I say this respectfully, I stopped becoming all my toxic family. Every single one of them at 39. 5 years after my breakup. Doing this healing journey shit, right? They're still together. Miserable as fuck. And I see them. And I give them shit. Like when I go home, I'm blessed. I don't bitch about shit in life. Y'all together, miserable as fuck. And you go to church for what reason? He's still a fuck boy. For what reason? I pray for you guys. And they get mad at me like, oh, here's a kick. Don't talk to me. If you guys don't want to have a bad day and I'm going to fuck up your night shit, don't talk to me. I don't hold back. Keep it 1,000 round real. I used to be like, yes, bitch about, nope, I won't ever do that shit again. A zillion people in all the fucking universe, why would I touch about one person? Why would I bitch about one person? No queen of the universe in the healing journey. That means every single one's broken. Highly impossible. You know, and maybe in this lifetime they are. You know, maybe in the next lifetime they're not. I don't know. I just keep it to date on the present. I just know as one being, I don't deal with toxicity at all. At all. Why should I? Why should I? Make that shit make sense, especially a partner. Nope. Because I already know day one, I tell the potential to be. That door is there for both of us. Just to let you know, you can't and you won't hurt my feelings. I don't need you in my life. I want you in my life. If my energy is too strong for you, the way I carry myself, but whatever the fuck it is, don't accept me in your life. You can leave whenever you want to. You can tell me you're leaving. You don't have to tell me. If you ghost, I don't shed tears. Respectfully, I don't shed tears. I go my day, I go my life. I trip, I don't fall. I adapt to my environment. I adapt to my situation. A Zen Queen's Universe, what is this about you? One, make that make sense, you know? And I say all this shit once again, respectfully. I'm about to play this clip. It's not my clip. This is like a queen on IG that I follow. When you have real support teams, right, that helps a lot. And then when you have people like, you help others out. You guys from Forewarn have these conversations, right? And the intent, my personal opinion, like from after looking in and being the social media shit, this universe, quote unquote, like I say all the time, women support women, kids support kids. Everyone supports women and kids. Men do not support men. If a man talks about life, we get shitted on every which way. I already know that. It doesn't hurt my feelings. When I was in the beginning of the healing journey, like 4.5 years ago, 5 years, it would bother me. You know, and then you question yourself, we're like, why do I do it? If I know what I'm talking about, why do I keep doing what I'm doing? Like, in the beginning of this 5 years ago, in my head, fuck, I'm about to become famous, you know, in a positive manner, got it for Warren. It's been 5 years, man. I'm a little person. Maybe on the app of Red Note, not because myself, not because my personal podcast and shit, my clips, no, people's. You don't believe me? Go on Red Note. I believe the username is Coach Rito. I've been there since January, since all the people on TikTok that are codependent TikTok, when the world shut down for whatever fucking, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours, 6 hours, I didn't time it. All the people on TikTok that were codependent, especially, you know, the influencers, their universe ended because that's their dollar. I logged on, my nephew's like, oh look, it's not working. I logged on mine, it's not working. Oh well. I don't become sound impressed. It's just a fucking app. What did I do? I went Red Note. I just on there. Initially, I can go live with Red Note. Not no more. You know, I didn't get a chance to go live. Because why? I potentially, you know, their guidance, whatever. So it's okay. I don't have to worry about going live with Red Note. You know, I can make another account, but I'm not doing all the extra shit. So what I do, I just post. If you go my Red Note wise, and majority of my platforms, I post people's clips. My clip, mainly people, because I'm behind my podcast. I got 5 years of this shit, right? So anyways, all the clips that I post, it's not even mine, it's people's, right? It's all triggers of what? Your feelings, be it positive or negative. Majority are negative. I'm sad, depressed, PTSD, suicide. My tattoos, I put in the comments, zombies, coma addicts, coma stuck in addiction. To trigger people. That's mean. It is mean. I am bullying them. But here's the kicker. All that bullshit, I'll play a clip in a minute. It's a disease. And being an addict is not a fucking disease. At all. How does drug dealers have the job? Because of zombies. When you was a little kid, you start to become coherent, and you tell your teacher, when I grow up, teacher, I'm going to become a zombie. An addict and addiction. I doubt it fucking very much you said that shit. But I get it, peer pressure, quote unquote. But here's the kicker. You grew up with this shit. I tell all my kids. When you see people in the street, what's wrong with him, what's wrong with her? Oh, those are zombies. What? If you do drugs, that's your future. And then what I tell my kids, if any do drugs become zombies, I would tell the rest of the 7. There's your brother. There's your sister. You do drugs, become them. Everything they do, you become them. Black and white. Fear in a positive manner. And I'll tell them, look at my father. I was 2 families. Why am I not doing what you're doing? And you're my own kid. Scenario, right? It's not factual, but it's a scenario. I didn't become a zombie. They're fucking in Seattle buying drugs. It's fucking free. It's Skittles. No one that buy drugs. It's just given to you. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? So it is not a disease. It's a choice every which way. Every which way. But you are not changing. You are choosing. And here's the best part. Drugs don't have no feelings. Tat on me for reasons. Call everybody out. Whatever your big form of bullshit. Drugs, alcohol, pills, aka Skittles, because you need it in your life. Why? Because you don't want to feel your feelings. Everyone's got a broken heart. We all got toxic love. We're all numb. Everyone, all the universe has that shit initially. You don't shit about life. This healing journey, quote unquote. But then you say, fuck these feelings, fuck my exes, fuck the universe, fuck my parents. Cool, say that. I become super numb, become a zombie. And yes, I've heard so many stories from the zombies. I was with the God, Jesus, Buddha, my family, everybody, yeah. And then when you sober the fuck up and you're sober again, coherent, guess what happens? All your problems are still there. Because you haven't let go of your exes, your past pain, toxic love, trauma, and child trauma. That's anxiety, depression, paranoia, PTSD, suicidal thoughts, low self-esteem, anger issues, triggers, overthinking, reactive use, deflection, projection, gaslighting, manipulation, trauma, and the cherry fucking top, insomnia. So yeah, do your fucking stay a zombie forever. But I keep as it being all I see is squares, empathetic people, all you nice and naturals, whatever you are, religious, spiritual, atheist, and I see circles, all you, all you bagophobic fuckers, you too narcissistic. The word narcissist, but you too narcissistic, and then zombies. All you addicts and addiction. I don't fuck with circles, especially zombies. The circles and zombies, I'll be your associate, I'll be your support team. If you're not too toxic, once again, your environment is toxic, I even call you a friend, but I won't date you. So I don't deal with toxicity. Why should I? You're on a journey. You're on a healing journey. So I say once again, if you're on a healing journey, vibe with people on the healing journey. Date people on the healing journey, or date person they're on a journey. I pray for you. I go on my day. I go on my life. And let me go to my TikTok real fast and then open it again because once again, talking about addiction, suicide, triggering. Yeah, for all you virgins. I tell you all the time, yo, I'll keep it 1,000 round real. If you don't want to feel feelings, don't be here. Keep pushing. There's many I would call them podcasts, but many live sessions stuck in man-made bullshit. Sit about race, religion, I don't give a shit about none of that. It's irrelevant. I care about you as one being and your feelings. Especially when you go on social media and you make these posts. Boo-hoo me, because we all do the same shit. The victim mentality. What do? We tell sob stories. Boo-hoo me, my ex destroyed me. I can't see my kids. I have no parents. Everyone's fucking traumatized. And it sucks. Nobody has to be here, yes. Don't send that bullshit ass debate conversation. You're here. Now what are you going to do about it? Respectfully. If not, that means fuck it. Stay on a journey for extra life and bitch about life. And you get back about everything man made. Set all the goals you want. But when you set your goals, you achieve your goals, how long you happy for? A second, a minute. Fucking jobs, 30 days tops. Now you love this job, they pay you good, love my bosses, and you're fucking 30 days later. 30, 60, 90 days tops, right? You're applying for work. And everyone's gonna give you shit like, what? You back the body, put on social media, all this shit, and now you're applying for work. What happened? I don't know. I guess it's my time to go. Yeah, because you're setting goals. You're on a journey, not a healing journey. That's why I tell everybody, like I was, you can set all the goals, do whatever the fuck you want to do, right? But you're scared to stop, turn around, face the person, mirror you, and try to feel the feelings to comprehend this, to evolve in life. Start your healing journey. That's everyone in the universe. Everyone starts as blue pillars, my tattoos. Entertainers, you're on a journey. All the red pillars, what are we doing? We're trying to feel our feelings to comprehend feelings to evolve in life. That's the positive. You become an educator. Blue pillars are entertainers. They don't know shit about this conversation. And they go to church. Wow, you made it to a building. You're reading a book. Actions speak louder than words every which way. But once again, nobody has to comprehend that. If you believe higher source can do it for you, I pray for you. You're done to comprehend this, but I already know the answer. He can't do it for nobody. Because he is strong and powerful because everyone's got free one choice. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? A little tattoo for the angel, for God, higher source. A little tattoo for the devil, Lucifer, Satan. Both of them talk to you every day background. To cheat or not to cheat. To behave or misbehave. That is your free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? Oh my gosh, life's so hard. Anyways, this is Queen Ambiga Wise. I'm big on say about IG. I just followed her recently Wise. She's doing a podcast. Once again, like, people you do your one-on-ones, they'll hype you up, and it's good to hear that. Like, fuck yeah, I'm just telling stories, Thank you for the comment. Thank you for what you're saying. But, the time, I wish you blow up. I'm like, maybe. By the time I don't stop, 5 years doing this, I'll do it to my last dying breath. It's my 6th season. Barely start my 6th season, and I won't stop. I'm a broken record. I play these clips. If it trigger you, I did my job. Do you want to talk about it? You don't have to, but remember that I forewarn you. You want love. I know it's a trigger subject. I respect your boundaries, but the day your partner asks the same question about the same subject, what will you do to the person you love, quote unquote? Push them away? Then you're the problem, respectfully, Especially in the healing journey, just to forewarn you. You don't comprehend that. It's fair in a positive manner. A forewarning. Then get it believe. What's up, number one? How you doing? How's it going?
How's it going?
And you're going to make it work. You're
You're
going to
doing
make it work to reach out to your community.
Everything's going
That
pretty
is
well.
going to have a big following for you there. And you're going to make it work. You're going to make it work to reach out to your community. That is going to have a big following for you because you have a big heart for your community that you don't even know that is not literally there yet, but they're out there. And God, I cannot wait to help those people become the best version of themselves. It is. I feel it in my heart. I feel it in my bones. I pray every single day for this. I work on myself and I give for myself so I can continue to give back to the world and let people see that in the short time of life that we have, it is actually so incredible. It's actually so beautiful. The ups, the downs, the hurt, the pain, the being by yourself. There is so many lessons in this beautiful life, and it's not always going to be linear. Listen, Jazz, I just know you have it in you, babe. Your bones, in your heart, you feel it. Oh my God. But every day that you continue to show up for yourself is a win. I'm very proud of you.
That's beautiful. Once again, that's not even my personal video. That's IG. She's better started doing a little podcast. And that's one of her, either a friend or associate, but she's building her one-on-ones. And that's the cool thing. Yeah, people support you. Once again, but remember, the phone in the universe, you might not blow up in this lifetime. Especially on social media. Don't worry about it. At all. Me, I don't worry about it. I tell people, I challenge the universe. My face tattoo. Which side? This side. No, this side. I challenge all the universes. 2D through 10D in the Matrix. Eventually, I'm going to add -20D. What? Whatever you claim to be, religious, spiritual, atheist, good, whatever you claim to be. Teach me something positive in life. Please respectfully don't bring me tradition in corny ways. I've heard everything. God, Jesus, Allah, Buddha. I've heard everything. What are your beliefs? That's what I care about. If you're in the healing journey, which one are you on? Are you in the healing journey, the victim mentality, the awakening journey, the warrior mentality, awakened journey, the survivor mentality, or you're woke? And everyone has that term woke. You can say woke. I'll be cool, bet. I say I'm woke. You say you're woke. Just to let you know, you have to comprehend this. That means if you're woke, there's no way, highly impossible, that it's cool. I'll be nice to you. I'll let you a month or 2 month of breakup, right? The grieving journey. But months, years, and you say you're woke, that means you can't control and protect your energy. There's a zillion people in the whole universe to tell in your face, why are you stressing about one? Yes, you gave your all, and they don't have to give their all. In the beginning, Like the Bible, everyone does in the beginning love. All the realms does the same shit. But why they go from love to toxic love? When did it start happening? Was it red flags, boundaries? And that's a respect. Once again, my situation, like I'm saying, there's nothing wrong with shedding tears. Nothing wrong with that. The grieving journey, but for how long will you do the grieving journey for? That's what I tell everybody. What? For how long? Like my homegirl locally was, and she's in the healing journey. You know, she barely started this year. I know her. I know of her. Now, you know, we're vibing to the fullest, you know. And I met her because my parents, you know, his business. And I told her, she reached out to me because of my podcast. Not because I saw her in the streets. Not because I'm an associate. Once again, my ex-coworker. And she saw my podcast on Facebook. And she sat there and just watched. And then to my platform, she's what I talk about. And we've been talking and vibing for like, I don't know, 6 months, 7 months. Never before. I've been doing this shit for 5 years. She's like, you've been doing this for 5 years? Like, yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, you live like 5 minutes, no, not 5, like 10 minutes away. Yeah, locally. I'm from the valley, you're from the valley. But here's the kicker. You better start, and she's like 30, don't call me now, like 36, 37. I go, hey, chill out. Her name's Adi. I call her Adi. Adi, chill out. I know you don't feel like you're doing good, right? But just to let you know, my tattoo, 39. I better start speaking like this at 39. So you're doing good. I'm really a nobody to you, you know? So you're doing good. I know you feel like you're not doing good, but I promise you're doing good. Look what we're talking about. Every time I vibe, we do technology. Remember this. Anybody can make time for anybody. There's so many ways to have these conversations. Text, audio messages, video chats, you know, Zoom calls, whatever. So we do audio messages. You know, once in a while when she actually calls me. Whatchamacallit. What up, Hazy? How you doing? How's it going?
What's up, man?
What's
Hey,
up?
wait, no, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Go for it.
left, straight,
Mm-hmm.
forward, back, left, straight, forward. Yeah. I don't know.
You
I
good?
don't know. I don't want to fuck up. I don't want to fuck up my sister's wedding. You know.
How so?
I have to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have to dance with my sister and shit at
Okay.
her wedding, and I don't want to fuck it up. So.
Well, practice makes perfect, I guess, you know. I don't know how to dance, so. Or if not, then have someone else replace you, I guess. I don't know. I think if it's just a wedding, it's just...
We're doing the waltz. We're doing the waltz, but it's fine. I think I got it. I think I got it now. I've done it like 150 times now. I think like maybe 200 times.
Okay.
I don't want to embarrass my sister at her wedding. You know, it's just one of those things.
I get it, but I believe as long as you're trying, she's cool with it. That's all that matters. If anyone says things,
Yeah.
let them say things, you know?
I don't want to be that, but I'm already like the fucking joke of my fucking family. And then if I fucking do it wrong and...
It's really not that deep.
Hmm.
No, come on, man. Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong with what I do, bro? Like, come on, man. I really think I got it down, right? Right?
You would know more than I would. I haven't watched you dance. I haven't watched you dance, so...
All right.
The idea, you got it. You've been practicing,
Over
right?
there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Over there, left. Down.
Mm-hmm.
Left. Right. Back. I think I got it. But I don't know if I'm going to be holding her hand and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'll probably fuck it up. Somehow I'll fuck it up. And then my dad's going to fucking scream at me. It's all good.
Hmm. Well, as long as you do your part best as possible, you're good, you know?
Yeah. We gotta go all the way to fucking New York for the fucking wedding. Just ugh. Gross. I don't even want to go to fucking New York.
Sorry, guys. Off subject. Anyways, I'm about to play another clip. Oh, yeah, real fast about my homegirl. Anyways, she's working on herself and trying to do co-parenting. Easier said and done. Going through divorce. Going through a... Personally, I say that I don't recommend this, but to each their own, like, they say exes for a reason, right? So if you want to try with your exes down the road, the idea, if you're on the healing journey, that they're on the healing journey. But remember this, they can verbalize this shit, but actually feel on the words. And these tends to observe. I observe people's energy. I don't care how beautiful, exotic, cosmetically, yes, but your body, your beauty, your lust. Other than lust, the TOC part, you can't do shit for me at all. Especially if I can't talk to you. I don't give a shit how beautiful, exotic, billions of dollars. Your money can't talk to me. Vice versa. I want to be able to talk to you about everything. Especially if you're having a bad day, something triggers you. I didn't do it to you. You're going to shut down every single time. Then I'm letting you know, babe, chill out. I love you, but I'm going to stop more. I'm selfish in a positive matter. It's my life. If I don't got me, you don't got me. You're pushing me away. So why should I stay here longer than I'm supposed to? You know, and so on and so on. So that's what I told her. You're doing good. You know, your baby father, your baby father and your ex right now, right? Are they having this conversation with you? No, because they don't know those conversations. Especially, you need to watch it. 90%. I say it's the whole universe. All you queens out there, right? If you're not part of the brown culture, Hispanic, Latino, Spanish culture, to put fear in a positive manner, you want to date brown boys. 80% brown boys are fuck boys. And they can say God, Jesus, but it does not matter. They're hard workers. They don't work hard in relationships. They put their family, friends before you. Like I was. You know, because we don't know those conversations at all. We don't, there's corny ways, especially third world countries, you know, like, work hard, be the provider, that's it. She takes care of the kids, that's her job. When I get home, I don't gotta do shit. And the more kids you have, the more stress it is. Trust, man. Kids are a lesson, also a lesson, but I tell the guys, you want to fucking keep pushing her away, don't help her. I promise you thought she could hate you, dislike you, because y'all bumping heads. You try, help her with the dishes, you know, the garbage, the kids, the laundry. She'll hate you, but she'll love you a little bit more. And do what I didn't do. Hug her and kiss her, baby, I love you. You know, that's a positive. You're trying, but help her as best as possible. If not, have your shit fall apart. She'll give you 1,000 chances, not 1,001. Emotional, spiritual, physically, she will check the fuck out. And it does not matter how she does it. It doesn't matter. She can leave, go, cheat. Doesn't matter. It's over. Trombone's breaking. Now she's choosing herself. Now you go fucking play with the soft story and tell her, you know, your family, his family, are gonna give you shit because the man could leave, they could divorce, not a woman. Fuck all this. It's not Jesus time, man. It's 2025 times. The fucking door's right there. Everyone can leave whenever they want to. That is everyone's free own choice, man. What are you choosing? What are you doing? Well, you're not changing, you're choosing. If you want to be happy, then do what makes you happy. Be selfish in a positive manner. And don't stay toxic, because everyone will bitch about that. The person by their side. That's what I preach about. Like Buddha, mind and body. I do mind and body. Not knowing that Buddha was talking about that until 4 months ago, because once again, Spotify. And I love Buddha. He's a beast. I love a lot of his sayings. But what I preach about is what? It's the person by your side to forewarn you. You can have whatever you believe in, right? But you get in a toxic relationship, it goes from love to toxic love, and you're trauma bonded. And he or she becomes a fuckboy because they're too narcissistic. It doesn't matter what you believe in, respectfully. You can question your self-worth, you question higher source. Yo, God, Jesus, Buddha, Muhammad, the universe, the spiritual universe, my ancestors, right? I did my part. I did everything correctly best as possible. Why am I getting fucked? Why did they mistreat me? Why are they emotionally cheating, verbally abusive, physically abusive, being a fuckboy, fuckgirl? Why am I still here? And your family and friends, just according ways, we'll keep praying and leave it in God's hands. Like, really, just to let you know it's not going to work in your favor. Because if higher source can do for all of us, why is everyone suffering? Everyone's got free will choice. I preach about doors. The door is right there. You can leave whatever you want to, but nobody has to. This clip is way off subject, but I love to play clips like this because it's blue book conversations. If you want to be a blue pillar, especially on the social media platforms, do black and white. Not take it back, not black and white. Do fucking blue book conversations. All my tattoos, man versus women, high value men, you know, fucking drugs and bullshit politics. Do all that, say all that, and be. Here's the best part: if I wanted to be famous on social media, I'll do blue book conversations, and every post would be about that: black versus white, yellow versus purple, politics and bullshit. And here's the best part: I make a post, my platform, right? And then from there, wise in the comments or in the boxes. It starts to cool with love, try to show respect to each other, and from there, it's at each other's throats. Anyone that starts bullying, and that's why you have all these damn keyboard warriors and cyberbullies and bullshit, right? But here's the kicker: how can you say you're a good person but you're doing wrong? Make that make sense, man. Every which way. Real, recognize real, 1,000. And that's the shit. Once again, I'm playing this clip off subject, but I elaborate at the end. And this clip on IG, just on IG. Like, it was like 780,000 likes and so many shares. And it's on, like, I don't know, it's a minute and 6 seconds. Remember this. Triggering subject for all the blue pillars, even some red pillars that are involved in these blue pill conversations. Man versus women, whatever you believe in, right? But let me play a clip, and from there, we'll elaborate at the end.
You're part of the problem, I think, with the hatred on trans people. It's really not that deep. Like, if someone wants to dress up however they want, that's totally fine.
Okay, so
And I think
I'm
that's
not
where the
preventing you.
hatred
I'm
comes
not
from.
preventing you from dressing up.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
this. However, let me ask you a question. I will
Go
flush
ahead,
this
go
out.
ahead.
So let's pretend you say you are a woman.
Yeah,
And
let's pretend.
I know you are a man, but I refuse to
But-
call you a woman.
Okay.
Who's the hateful one?
I would say you are. I mean, I wouldn't.
So
I
you're
wouldn't
gonna
appreciate
force
it.
me and shame
I'm not
me?
forcing
No, hold
you
on a
to do
second.
anything, man.
I'm the hateful one.
It's really just like common courtesy.
It is never
it that much
common
effort?
courtesy to lie. You do
Okay.
not become a thing just because you say it, you are the thing.
So-
And guess what? Nobody in the history of the species that was born XX or born XY and transitioned is able to change their chromosomes. Every
Yeah.
one of your cells is coded either XX or XY.
But
And
that's
it is an
where-
insult to women everywhere in this audience and across the country that's saying that you could just have wear makeup and dress like a woman, undergo surgery, that you magically become a woman. And it is the abolition of women and is the abolition of reality. And we see great unjust human suffering because of it.
See that conversation, right? So, if once again, on these platforms, right? If you want to become viral, that's what you do. You play a clip like that, you make posts about that. You'll go viral and shit. You'll get paid. But here's the kicker. It will not benefit you in your healing journey. What's up, Eric? How you doing? How's it going? Respectfully, that could trigger a lot of people. Hella people, right? So, if you want to do trigger people in a negative manner, cool. And here's the best part. In the comments, in the DMs, in the boxes, people at each other's throats. But then you claim to be a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person, but you're doing wrong. You're bullying people over man-made bullshit. That's the type of people. All you blue pillars, my tattoos. I used to debate about all that corny bullshit. Entertainers, red pillars, what are we? We're educators. I'll debate about robbery of life, robbery of feelings in a positive manner. I'm not better than you. No one better than nobody. Well, all equals not knowing, but here's the kicker. Why are you bitch about life? How are you in a toxic relationship? Respectfully. Treat others how you want to be treated. All facts, for sure, most definitely. And once again, rejection is protection, And to forewarn you, you can learn about boundaries, you can verbalize boundaries, but no one has to respect your boundaries. If they don't, what are you choosing? What are you doing? And I preach about doors. The door's right there. Anyone can leave whenever they want to. A zillion people in the whole universe. Why are you stressing about 1, 2, 10, or 20? Family's the worst. Blood makes you related. Blood's not thick in the water. You know that, right? And my tattoo, hashtag social media familia. Y'all my people behind the screen. Respect me. You're more family than my own personal blood family because they don't know this conversation. They think I'm all crazy. I don't care. I don't need people. I want people. I don't deal with toxicity, And on top of that, when it comes to that, gender, all that corny ass conversation, it doesn't matter what you claim to be. At the end of the day, when you get in your car and you go to home, are you happy to go home? Are you dreading to go home? Heaven and hell, no one's gonna die at all. So if you're dreading to go home, fuck, I gotta deal with John, Maria, or even yourself, because you live by yourself. You hate being by yourself, right? The codependency part, they're welcome to your dungeon. Your sentence here on earth. You're happy to go home? Fuck yeah, that's your peace, your temple, your heaven on earth. Every which way you blessed. Especially when you're going home. And that's the shit for everybody out there. No one's gonna die. No one's gonna die to go to heaven and hell. You live this shit every day above ground. Respectfully,
What's your age?
26. 25.
Are you ladies single?
Yes.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
We're smarter than most men, probably.
What has led you to believe that?
We're about to be surgeons.
Being that y'all have reached that level, do you think that makes your dating pool larger or smaller?
I would say smaller. Yeah. I think a lot of men are a little intimidated by a successful woman.
Or could it be that you just want a man who is way more successful than you?
No, I think it's really hard to be a lot more successful than a surgeon. Like, yes, you can be a little bit. Like, there definitely are people out there, but I think overall, it's pretty hard. There's a lot of degrees, a lot of education that gets involved, and I don't think that's the case.
Would you be comfortable dating a man who made less than you?
Yeah, because we're going to make a lot. So, yes, I think
think there's a certain intellectual level I would want to be able to carry a conversation with, but I don't think it's a matter of how much they make.
He could be a bartender, he could be the waiter at P.F. Chang's, as long as you had intellectual conversations.
Again, it comes down to the conversations you're able to hold with each other.
So long term, you don't think as a woman, if you were footing the bills, taking care of everything, that would make you less feminine in the relationship?
No, I'm not really worried about being less feminine.
So why do you think so many women strive to have a man who makes more, earns more, and pays everything in a relationship?
Work.
A lot going on, right? So the 26, both of them 26 years old, about to graduate to be surgeons. Cool. Categories and titles, right? Which is beautiful, to each own, right? But to phone the whole universe, it doesn't matter what title you have. To phone you, hey bro, what do you coach other than life experiences? Oh, that's how coaches life. Robbery alive, robbery feelings, toxic love broken, coded relationships, kids involved, co-parenting. That's all I care about. Everything else, respectfully, to relevant. In the Matrix, once again, nobody can beat this shit. Not even the fucking elites, because all the elites are scared of each other. It's a pyramid scheme. So you maintain the physical part: job, money, car, home, and that's it. The physical part. Now, what about the second part? Because it's about balance, right? The yin and the yang. Emotional, mental, spiritual. How are you doing as a being? And once again, these bullshit debates. You can do that, like status. You have the status, right? But here's the kicker: for when you have all that status, they're a surgeon, they're a doctor, they're a lawyer. You know, but how do you imagine getting it from love in the beginning, the Bible talk, right? Everyone says the same shit. And the relationship to toxic love, to a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship. Then what? What happened? But you're a surgeon. And the main high categories when it comes to like therapy, how you're a therapist, counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist, a life coach, narrative creator, right? Spiritual person, religious person, atheist person, and you teach me about, quote unquote, feelings, right? How the fuck are you in a toxic love, broken, codependent relationship? How did these boys and girls are narcissistic, sell you a dream? How you're dating a zombie, an addict to addiction? You're a zombie, an addict to addiction. I asked those questions and see on the farmers markets and the therapist counselors. I'm like, I didn't even ask them. They told me because my tattoos. Do you know what a narcissist is? I'm like, yeah. I comprehend it. Tattoo them for a reason. Do you know what they are? I'm a therapist. I'm a counselor. Awesome. How long you been doing it? Don't mind debating. I tell them that, well, sometimes people got to manipulate. Right, but you went to college. The DSA-5 book. The fucking book about the Bible, about our brain and these feelings, you don't even comprehend them. So they sold you a dream. So how can you teach me about my feelings if you don't know your feelings and you're in a toxic relationship? Make that make sense. And they get their feelings and they walk away. I don't ever see them again. Because why? I fucked up to the day. I'm a nobody to them. I'm not a therapist. They're certified. It's a piece of paper, respectfully, Yep, the highest source seems to me top. Yeah, exactly. That's a shit like pride and ego. Like I have pride and ego to a certain extent, but I'm not codependent of it. I'm not better than nobody at all. Like, what equals not knowing, but everyone has their own beliefs. But I preach about more the person by your side. I tell everyone in the universe, you have everything man made. I'm happy for you. Especially middle school, high school, go to college, get a job. But just to let you know, you were doing good before you met this individual, and now they take your fucking energy. And all that shit with heartbreaks, your heart is just the organ that pumps blood. That's all it does. When you have these heartbreaks that cheat on you, traumas and bullshit, you're having what? Emotional breakdowns, anxiety attacks, depression, the motivation, stress, because one person in the whole fucking universe sold you a dream, and you're about to lose everything in life because of one person. Because of codependency. I need them in my life. Okay. I pray for you. I go my day, go my life respectfully, Been through life more than most I can see. Real wreck. Exactly. No, yeah, that's a shit. We get sold dreams and shit. That's what I tell people. I've been doing this live podcast for 5 years. And I'll do it when I was dying breath. All my tattoos for a reason. To guide Forewarn. Higher certain beings, I just say about communication and messengers. No one to comprehend nobody at all. But you can guide Forewarn. This spiritual warfare, nobody can stop it, but you can prevent it by telling stories. If everyone in the healing journey told a story, check it out. This is what I went through. You don't have to comprehend nothing. Like in Seattle, they'd be like, hey, I've seen your podcast. We talk face to face at Seattle, the farmers market, people in the streets, right? Like, you can say a little toxic, but what you've been through, the stories you play, like, I haven't been through none of that. Yo, King, Queen, you don't want this shit. It could potentially destroy you to the point, because we're all broken. We all have toxic love, it's a broken heart, toxic love, we're all numb. Everyone hits rock bottom. Don't hit fucking rock bottom. Go through breakup, divorces, you lose your kids, parents pass away, and now you don't want to feel your feelings. Now you choose to. All this bullshit addiction is a fucking choice. I mean, it's not a fucking disease at all. Your free one choice. In Seattle, buying drugs, the fuck is that? It's fucking drugs and Skittles is free. For 12 years of my life, to the people that used to me, whatever, like, oh, this guy, you could, he'll always say no. Don't waste your breath. What? And they're fucking doing. I'm like, what the fuck y'all doing? Like, I would chip on them. And then some people, once again, like, it's amazing how people hide their addiction so good, so fucking well. Don't matter, they have no money or zillionaires, and they're married and everything. Like, I would tell yo, like, not to be in your business, I'm just working on your card, but like, does your boyfriend, girlfriend, your husband, wife know that you're an addict? No. Are you ever gonna tell them? No. I'm like, I just pray for that, and they came to be religious, spiritual. I'm like, yeah, I'm good. That's once again. And initially, like, once again, I'm so ignorant. Remember, the word ignorant means I don't know, right? But I thought, back in 2000, in Seattle, I thought, people say I'm going to get high. I just think marijuana, maybe cocaine, that's it. No, they're doing fucking brown and ice, meth and heroin, and all this other shit, PCP, LSD, all that shit. I'm like, work on the cars. It was initially scary to see because they're frozen. You know what I mean? Oh, you're from Seattle? Shut up. What part? I know all the parts of Seattle. I started in Northgate, the north side. Then I did 1 year in the south side. First time and last time, fed away, negative. The south side, the ghetto hoods. You have nice areas, but then 5 to 10 minutes down the road, you're back in the block. The north side, the best side. Matter of fact, I'm going there tomorrow morning to Molly Terrace. My side, Redmond. Redmond's nice. Redmond's nice. Hell yeah. What you call it? That's the shit. Like, over there, it's. 2 seconds, guys. 2 seconds, please. But yeah, once again, what I preach about Seattle talk, right? And downtown Seattle, all the south side, the ghetto hoods. You do have nice areas. Once again, 10 minutes, you're back in the block. The north side, east, west, it's it's a suburb. It's nicer, but it's more expensive at a cost. But here's the kicker: your kids, you can walk the streets freely. There's a little racial profiling, but I'd rather deal with racial profiling, racism versus gang mafiosos. They look like I do, but they live the life. They bought the life. That's on the south side. I went to the south side in the first. It's been a long time since I went to the south side. Like, I started doing DoorDash in the beginning of the year. And once again, it's energy. I got the looks, they got the looks. They're there, the queens are there with their boyfriend's husband, and they're looking too hard. And the guys looking at me like, yo, don't look at me. Look at your girl. Check your girl. Don't check me. I went back to the north side. Reese Feffy, I learned life through homeless life. Oh, are you doing better now, King? And that's the shit. It's just like, it sucks to get to that point, but, just life in general, if you try to adapt to your environment best as possible. And it's not easy. Yes, sir. It's okay. Keep it 1,000. It's not easy, but that's why I tell stories. Hey, Miss Guna, how you doing? Morning, how you doing? And I say respectfully, like, that's why I preach about environments. And don't lie to yourself. Look around you. Where do you live in? I live in the ghetto hoods in Eastern Washington, but I'm not in it. You don't see me in the clubs, house party, bars, in the streets. If you see me in the streets, I'm in and out. Simple as that. If I'm trying to as long as possible, as safe as possible, I don't go to the ghetto hoods at all. If I do, in and out. Whether I'm going to a restaurant, whatever the fuck I'm going to, but I'm not sitting there for too long because it's the baddest environment. That's why my situation. Go to Seattle. The rest of the best at every which way. Devil's Playground, right here. Tattoo for a reason. All my tattoos. And once again, I keep black and white straight to the point. All ghetto hoods are Lucy's playground. Hell on earth. Toxic relationships. Toxic love and lust. All suburbs, good areas are God's playgrounds. Heaven on earth. Health relations, love and lust. Yes, you do have bad people in the suburbs. But that money, power, and fame, they're too narcissistic every which way. In the ghetto hoods, these babies show more love in the ghetto hoods. Kids have more love than the adults do. Every which way. But for now, because when we was a little kid, toxic relationship, that's a lot of bullshit every which way. But that's why I do what I do and tell stories. No one wants to comprehend nothing. I got it for once so you don't become me and many of us. I learned the hard way. YOLO, you only live once. It is what it is. That's the wrong mentality. All the blue pillars have the mentality, fuck it. Especially in the ghetto hoods, because they don't care. Take the red pill, start the healing journey. You live every day, you die once. Now you cherish your time. Now you know, that's what I preach about. Day by day and baby steps. I'm not guaranteed, no one's guaranteed tomorrow at all, Warrior level, what's up, King? What's up? I just thought woke me up. I just tell stories. I'm not a victim. I'm not a warrior. I'm a survivor. I was. The old version is myself. not just tell stories. To guide from once you don't become me and many of us. I'm a single father of kids that do co-parenting. You know, it's easy said and done.
Oh my gosh, bitch, shut your Mexico ass up. Nobody cares.
Like your mom and dad?
Go back to Mexico, bitch.
Like your mom and dad? Go back to Africa.
Damn.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell my back for a reason, right? It's gonna say, ready for it? Trigger all these fucking racists, all these people, these bullies. It's gonna say, how can you be a bully dash racist and think you're a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, a atheist person? Make that make sense. Respectfully. You can't call yourself any of that shit. Don't say God. Don't say Buddha. But no. Because higher source doesn't bully. They'll bully you with the truth. Because the truth is no matter what. So you're not a good person. I don't give a shit what you've done in life. I don't care. Religious, healing journey, Buddhist, whatever, president. I don't care what you are. You're not a good person at all. Every which way. So, you have a lot of healing to do.
Yeah, but you're a good person.
No what?
You're a good person, man.
The intent, everybody should be that best as possible, you know? Hello, you know what's up. It's a bully. Once again, I love bullies. I love to bully bullies because here's the best part. Because the person that bullying, that's our version of myself. They won't say nothing. So tell them up. Here's the second line. Not my line. Queen Ambigo, it says right here. All you bullies, cyber bullies, keyboard trolls, your mother should have swallowed you. The universe would be better without you. On my back it says what to add to it. You know, don't call yourself a good person, a religious person, a spiritual person, an atheist person. If you know you're doing wrong, you're good for the streets, you're good for nothing, basuro garbage respectfully. Tad, I'm in for a reason. Eventually, I made shirts and hoodies. And the best part, I don't get to open my mouth. The words do the talking every which way. So, yeah. Oh, someone on TikTok got the feelings. All those one person here got, or 4 people, quote unquote. Once again, I'll shut it down.
Girl,
TikTok's the best platform in the universe, but at the same time, there's too many fucking butterflies and unicorns. Every which way. You can't have these conversations. Boys and girls, keep scrolling. Get the fuck ass. All you boys and girls on a journey, keep scrolling. Every which way. Men and women, the healing journey, it's talking vibe, man. You don't have to comprehend what I'm saying, but I play these clips. I talk about these subjects. It's personal, fucking raw, real life. Raw, real feelings. And here's the best part. Is any of your family talking about this shit? No? Because why? They're stuck on what? The generational cycle like you was. Everyone starts a healing journey. You're trying to evolve in life. You're trying to stop being all your toxic ass family. And we start doing it. Oh, I just got pulled on TikTok, which I don't give a shit. I'm not going to appeal nothing. I don't care. TikTok, once again, that's how I'm not codependent of one platform. I'm on 9 platforms, 9 cell phones. Both my TikToks, well, one of them I got, banned for the night. So I'm 1 week suspended, which I don't give a shit. Once again. The other TikTok, I had a warning violation. I just shut it down. I'm already 2 hours into the situation. I'm already passing my own boundaries. Cause I'm only trying to do 2-hour live sessions max. Nothing more than that. Like, I'll do a little bit more and that's it. But not really for the most part because I've been doing this for 5 years. And 2 hours of my time, that's enough, respectfully. And the cool thing about technology, which I got to catch up on my Spotify and my YouTube. But if you want to see my current stuff, 100 hours worth, go on my Twitch, the Facebook, and then both my Facebooks. I believe it's on like 30 days, and they're deleting it. Yo, fam, if you ever trying to make money, respect fee on Bigo. Bigo is the biggest. It's the most toxic app in the universe. Everyone's begging for beans. It's like, bro, I just preach about life. I will not make money on Bigo. Any app, I won't make money. Because why? I'm a red pillar, educator. I preach about raw, real life, raw, real feelings. Toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, and what? Co-parenting. That's all I give a shit about. I care about your feelings as one being. Especially, quote unquote, you claim you want love, relationships, families, and kids. Like, just because you say that, it's cool to go idea to have a little goal, quote unquote. But if your relationship is toxic, do you believe, and don't lie to yourself, that having a kid or getting married make your life better? Kids are a blessing, also a lesson. But when the shit falls apart, especially the queens, I tell queens all the time. That's why I I vibe with you more and try to get your attention more because you can have the little ones. I'll give you part of the solution. I can tell you I love you, God, Buddha, etc. Why? But here's the kicker. You tell me you're pregnant, I didn't get scared. Or you know what? I wasn't ready for this. I didn't want to do this. Now, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Respect what I was telling my ex today. That's potential to be. Nothing against her. Nothing against her, right? When I say this, but all this bullshit, your body, your choice. Sure, I get it to a certain extent, but if you're not a virgin, even if you are a virgin, all this fucking technology, all these platforms, all the AIs, ChatGPT, C.AI, All the answers right there, but then you want to pay the respect for the tell a sob story when shit gets real, and the little one's here, and they sold you a dream. They fucking ghosted you. You told them they want to do this now, and now what are you choosing? What are you doing? To kill? To call her the fuck out, especially to kill or not to kill. I'm not ready. Why are you acting like a fucking virgin? Respectfully. That's the intent of my bag. Make sure the hoodies. When you have TOCX intercourse, you exchange energy from a bond, soul tie, twin flame trombones, potentially catch what? Feelings, STDs, or babies because of one act. Control and protect your energy. Best as. Dead ass. I like that's potential. She told me all that. By the way, who was preggo, but I had an abortion, blah blah. And victim mentality. She's like, I'm scared of all that. This is through text. Now you know, like I told you can call me. She didn't want to. That's her free will choice. And I told Jada, in life we have options. In life we have options, especially when you're older, quote unquote. So I slept with that near 100 women, and that's a small number of where it come from. Okay, that's cool. You know, you can sleep with all you want, but does that make you a better person? How do you feel about yourself? You know, and once again, life in general. Like I did. Once again, this is 2011, many years ago. Benefits in Seattle, friends with benefits. Not even in terms of Seattle. I had a smartphone, no social media, so there's no MySpace, there's no Facebook. That means all my benefits, every female, I had to speak to them. Back then, it was just basically one night stands. When I would say that in Seattle, like, what's benefits? Friends with benefits? What? Like, not just want to smash them and not, you know, I don't want to know nothing about them. You don't have to know anything about nobody. I want to get to know the potentials and see what's up, you know. But once again, as it being, what are you doing that for? Like, if you're doing it for less, cool. As long as you keep it 1,000 RBO day one. Just to let you know where benefits, friends, situationships, and that's it. Try to control your feelings. Don't catch feelings. I don't do relationships. That love shit, I tried it. It doesn't work out. I try to do monogamy, but I always cheat. Cool, keep it 1,000 Ron Real. Or keep it 100, sell dreams. Say you love them, love bomb, all that corny ass swag bullshit. But your intent just to lessen, that's it. But then you claim to be a good person, religious person, spiritual, life. No, you're not a good person. A little bit of good, a lot of bad, because you kept it 100 and you sold them a dream. You didn't keep it 1,000, Ron Real day one. Straight to the point, you know. So once again, to each their own, everyone's a beliefs. Me as a being, I keep it 1,000. I'm not trying to hurt nobody and let you know what you get to day one, so you know what you get into. Everybody else, keep selling dreams. But once again, the day you meet me, you're into my platforms, I'll call you out. Like, don't mention higher source. If you're a selling dream, do not mention higher source, because higher source can't do it for you. On top of that, higher source will not be doing what you're doing. I probably said 1,000 at all. Day one, I do love and that's it. If you're too broken, I'll get it believe. See that door right there? I'll leave whenever I want to. That's my free one choice. Everyone's got a free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? You know, to be empathetic, to natural, to be narcissistic, the bad boy, bad girl, fuck boy, fuck girl. A premeditated choice. Don't put a gun in your fucking head. That's your free one choice. Where you are not changing, you are choosing. Black and white, straight to the point, no years of conversations, therapy, God, nothing. That's your free one choice, simple as that. If you want to fuck up today, fuck up today. If you want to do love tomorrow, do love tomorrow. Everyone's light switches because you're all emotional and shit. If you can't control your feelings at all, you always fall on your face. If you make the decision with your heart, feelings, empathy, sympathy, you will always fall on your face. You will sell yourself a dream. You will self-sabotage your life. I promise you will. Because I see the good in people. That's everyone's fault is too empathetic. When you say that corny ass line, like I used to say that, I see the good in people. I pray for you. I go on my day, go on my life. You're about to self-sabotage your life. You should be selfish and a positive man. I see the good in myself first and foremost, and then everybody around me. And I absorb your energy every which way because I don't deal with toxicity. I won't ever deal with toxicity. Rejection is protection. On top of that, anyone out there, if you can't handle rejection, why do you want to shoot your shot? No one has to say yes because you have somebody out. You know that, right? And remember this, and whenever they want to, they can get it believe. Anyone get it believe. Your partner that you love, they can get it believe, cheat, ghost, break up, divorce. That is a free one choice. When they do, and which they shall, how you react, how you respond, or do you live in fear scared of that? If you live in fear they'll leave me, that's our free one choice. A zillion people in all the fuck universes, why are you stressing about one? Make that make sense respectfully, you know? Once again, to each their own. But I'm gonna get going, guys, because I gotta make like 5-6 hours to drive to Seattle. So Love you guys. Have a good night. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. I'm always your pocket 24/7, 365. The cool thing about technology. All this shit alone. Physically, you potentially could be alone. Not cyber world. All these platforms. All the social media. All the resource universe. Physically, potentially, you might be alone. Eastern Washington State. Physically alone, quote unquote. I got family, but think I'm crazy. All these boys and girls. All of them. If they call it Washington State, Eastern Washington, all of it, nobody, zero can't teach me shit about life. Nobody. Religious, spiritual, nothing. I've heard it all. Western Washington, the Queens, more likely, we have deep conversations, you know. But once again, as they be in, I do therapy counseling, you know, couldn't afford it then. I just tell stories. And then, you know, once again, books. Books are beautiful, once again, but you have deeper conversations a lot better. But I tell everybody, whatever you believe in, whatever you study, therapy, that's beautiful. Especially on the queen side, because a lot of queens get destroyed by narcissistic boys, and they go to college to be a therapist, counselor, psychologist, psychiatrist. Like, yeah, it's beautiful, nothing wrong with that, but how are you going to get another toxic relationship? That's I'll call you out. How did someone sell you a dream once again? You went to school for this shit, quote unquote. DSM-5 book, and somebody magically sold you a dream they use for your body building your lust? Make that shit make sense respectfully. That's that for the whole universe. Whatever it is in life, I'm happy for you, right? But just to forewarn you, you don't comprehend. What matters in life is the person by your side. The person that you want to have love, family, kids with, all this shit. That's what matters in life. Because it starts with love in the beginning. The first line of the Bible, in the beginning, everyone says the same shit. Everyone bitches about the partners. In the beginning, it was so good. Correct, love. Everything starts with love. And it goes to a toxic relationship. When did it go toxic? The red flags. When they start passing boundaries. If you know that terminology, if not, then that's where you start the healing journey. And then you start working on your exes. Oh, that's a boundary? That's a red flag? Yeah. That's why if you break down relationships, if everyone's on a journey, not on a healing journey, you know this conversation, don't know this terminology wise. So what do? We collect red flags. We don't observe red flags. We don't collect green flags at all. That's a scenario. Keep it simple before we get out here. Let's say scenario I had 10 girlfriends, but I haven't. But let's say I did, right? First girlfriend, what I don't like about her, she's jealous. Second girlfriend, she's jealous, controlling. Third girlfriend, jealous, controlling, and sure about cell phones. And so on and so on. I'm collecting red flags. I'm not observing the red flags. I'm not collecting green flags. That's when you fall back, start the healing journey. Work on all your exes, each of them, all the exes you had in your life, every single one of them, from whatever time you started dating, middle school, high school, to fucking whatever age you are. That's when you comprehend all the red flags of all of them and the boundaries they pass and shit. Oh, that's a boundary, I don't like that, cool. The next potential to be, you observe the red flags, right? And then you realize boundaries, and to forewarn you, no one has to respect your boundaries at all. That is their free will choice. When they do, and they say they pass boundaries and they don't respect them, what are you choosing? What are you doing? Or you pray for how benefits tomorrow that they'll respect your boundaries and they'll love you more like you love them. To forewarn you, your doing comprehended is not going to work in your favor. And higher source can't do it for nobody at all. Because do you believe higher source would be in toxic relationship like you are? You think the higher source would be waiting for that long? I doubt it very much. So why do you keep waiting? And I get it. I was you. First baby mom, 12 years too fucking long. Till I finally got up and left. 3 daughters deep. But I could have left year 1, year 2, year 3. I didn't. I know none of these conversations. None of my family taught me this shit. That's why I tell people all the time which I'm going to tell them back to call everybody out, right? When anybody tells you, choose better, right? And ask him, okay, you want me to choose, but how do I choose better? Elaborate to me. And typically they were like, well, just don't they toxic? Okay, so how do I avoid toxicity? Toxic people, quote unquote. I don't know. Pray, leave in God's hands. You see, they don't know. So if my tattoo doesn't say, and eventually make sure it's a hoodies, choose better. It's going to say, choose better, ... How can you choose better if you don't know better? Make that make sense. And then what do we do? We blame our parents or caregivers. My parents should have time better, right? It's going to say, I believe I'm putting something like this, like, my parents should have time better. How can your parents teach you better if they wasn't taught better? Make that make sense. And what's the answer? Everyone's stuck on what? Black and white. No, all these big ass conversations, simple. It's called what? We're all stuck on what? The generational cycle. Everyone is stuck on the generational cycle initially. Initially. Everyone's stuck in this shit. Especially, more you queens. I'm not saying all women, all men. On the overall, more women are more empathetic, communication comprehension, more compassionate, more loving, all empathy, all that great jazz. Us men that keep on narcissistic, yeah, we're fucking up a lot. We don't know those conversations because my father didn't teach me this. My brothers, I'm the oldest one. Obviously, they don't know that shit because I didn't teach them this shit. My uncles, my older cousins, male cousins, all the male side, they don't know this conversation at all. And they go to church, read the Bible, say the Bible. I'm like, I tell you, all my family, like, yo, bro, stop saying God. What? Stop saying God's church. It's a fucking building. It's a book. You're not living the life of God. Can I tell them, yo, Spanish culture, Hispanic Spaniards, right? Would God be a machista? A narcissist? Would be a do machismo? Would be a fuckboy? I thought it very much. So why are you a fuckboy? And God could do for me. I'm like, if God can do for you, why are you still fucking up to this day? And tomorrow and a year from now, and when I see you, yo, you said God could do for you, why are you still fucking up? Yeah, everyone's got free one choice. And that's why, once again, on TikTok, I'll get 5 minutes, I got it. What you on TikTok? I forget his name, what he goes by. You know, I'm lucky he didn't block me. He could have blocked me. On social media, anybody could block anybody, right? But I called him out, you know, he called himself a narcissist, that God could do for him. This is, you know, I was in my woke journey, quote unquote, but different terminology. And I was like, God can do for you. He's like, well, if God can't do for me, he's not that, you know, he's not, you know, the all-powerful. But now that I worked on myself, and I was thinking about it like a couple nights ago, I was like, well, that's why, once again, to keep it black and white, God is powerful, higher source, because everyone's got what? Free one choice. If, you know, if people make you do shit forcefully, that's forcefully, not willingly wise. You know? So we all got free one choice. What are you choosing? What are you doing? Toxic relationships? I preach about doors. The door is right there. You know, he might not leave today, maybe tomorrow. The sooner the better, especially if it's not getting better. Everything starts with emotional cheating, before physical cheating, before cell phones, DMs, and bullshit, all that corny ass shit. Everything starts with emotional cheating, which no one preaches about that shit. I love saying that shit. What? They're not looking, right? Because it'll always be younger, more beautiful cosmetically, but when you're staring and gawking, I use the word gawking, you know, that means basically staring. Like, you've never seen a fucking man or woman in your life, you can't do monogamy, A and B. You will always emotionally cheat. You'll always do Jada and August BS entanglements. Every which way. You have the housewife, house husband. You got the work wife, work husband. They're fucking everywhere. Because what does everybody do? All the universe does what? Plays the role of the tell a sob story. Boo-hoo me, my partner's not doing this. Don't show me love, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we all do the same shit. A and B. You should be talking to your partner, but they're not hearing you. So you go to C3Z parties. Now you have the fucking work wife, club wife, bar wife, hiking wife, husband. They're fucking everywhere. And once again, but I tell everybody, like, if you know that someone's in a relationship and it's toxic, breakup, whatever the fuck they're going through, don't get involved. But if you get involved, you're not a good person. Don't say God Buddha. No. You can't control your feelings. Then you are the flaw. That's why it's called, when I say, you know, heart feelings, right? Your heart is just communication. It's actually toxic love. Your mind is what? Comprehension, love. These two are what each other. Heart says, I pray, but I manifest. They change the ways. Mind says, the door's right there. You know you deserve better. And no, the heart said, no, give them one more chance. Fuck it. Pray for you. I was you. I'm making the decision with my mind. I'm always observing people, and that's it, because feelings aren't factual. That's everyone's flaw initially. Your feelings are not factual. If you all make decisions with your feelings, you will always fall on your face. I promise you that. I can guarantee that shit. The $1 billion that I don't have, you always fall on your face. And higher source, respectfully, doesn't comprehend this. Higher source can't do for you, because higher source will not put themselves in a situation that you are. And not knowing, once again, it's a triggering comment when you hear that you allowed it. What? I allowed it? You don't know this yet. But when you fall back, start the healing journey, observe all your exes, the red flags. When they broke boundaries, they, oh shit, like, yeah, that's a boundary, that's a red flag, there it is. So don't allow it to happen again. And that's why you're the only being that can do comprehension. You can have all the therapy, counseling, all the religious, spirituals, badass real support teams. But like I tell all my one-on-ones, we're having this conversation, no matter face-to-face, audio, video. When I get off this conversation with you and we're done, I go my way. I'm blessed. I get in my car, I'm going to chill in my crib by myself. I'm the same for all your kids, you know. My youngest one's my ex, co-parenting the best as possible. But I don't have a partner, no physical being. And you have a partner, or you don't have a partner, and now you don't feel alone. And that's the shit every fucking night. You're lonely, the loneliness kicks in, and that's every fucking night. Then you have insomnia, you talk to your eyelids, you talk to the ceiling, and it sucks. I used to be like you. I don't miss that bullshit. Insomnia? What the fuck's insomnia? I don't need people in my life. I'm not codependent people. A zillion people in the universe, why it's just about one. And people will come and go. What? People will come and go to forewarn you for whatever apparent reason. And God forbid they pass away. Then if they do, scenario, you can cuss out, question higher source, be mad at higher source. Whatever you believe in. But that's why higher source, God, Buddha, whatever you believe in, the universe will always test you. Now will you pass the test or fail the test? And that's the form for everybody, man. No one's guaranteed forever. And they don't physically die. It's even worse because they ghosted you. They divorced you, left you. Now they're physically alive and you mourn them and shit. It sucks, man. Like, yes. And you sit there and you play in your head, yeah, I don't miss those conversations with myself. Those feelings, I could have done better. It's over. You could have been like a bunny, been a porn star, given a billion. It's not you, it's them. It is over. The journey has ended and it sucks. I know it hurts. That pain is not forever. Only if you, not them, if you allow it to be forever. If you're the only one that sits in these feelings, bearing hatred towards them, do that for the rest of your life. First hard part of your ex is forgive, communication. A. Second part, well, before the second part, you can't forget it. You lived it, right? You can't, but our minds are fucking strong, right? We lie to ourselves, we hide these doors of pain, and we lock them the fuck up. Eventually, that trauma, that trigger, whatever happened to you, why it kicks in. It could be today, 20 years from now. When you see something, you observe something, whatever the fuck it is, it's just like, clicks it, oh shit, I forgot about it. It's been 10 years, 20 years, yeah. Now, depression kicks in, anxiety, like all the trauma, like damn. That's why I was trying to forget that shit. Yeah, you can forget it, but eventually you want to, once again, the second hardest part, let go. Do closure for yourself. Comprehend why it failed, what happened to you. To do what? Comprehension. You're the only person in the whole universe that can let go. That can do comprehension. They can do closure. Nobody can do it for you but you. And once again, you don't have to comprehend it at all. That is your free will choice. You know, and I said respectfully because I know it's triggering. What? I'm a single 5 kids. You know, I can save them physically if I have the money financially. Emotionally, mentally, spiritually, no, I can't. I can't. That's once again the form of the universe. That's the shitty part. Healing journey, all these conversations, higher source, what I believe in, you can't do for nobody. So if you suffer, if you're suffering or suffered, single with no kids, right? You went through all this bloodbath bullshit. If you want to think about having a kid, like every generation is getting worse and worse, right? So you're ready for your kid to go through that shit, and then the idea that you're in the healing journey, you can hold the hand and elaborate best as possible. God, teach them as little kids. That's what I do with my kids. I'm a young, like, this middle school, high school shit, this love shit, it's just feelings, it's not factual at all. You don't know this. You said it hurt really bad when shit starts falling apart and you become toxic, and then you become more narcissistic. Whatever the fuck it is, you're both not ready for this. But I tell all my kids, I'm here for you. These people try to destroy you, but these little boys that are too narcissistic because their family's too toxic, I got you. I haven't met any of my, my kids' partners, but if I do, right, I'll tell them, like, you're not going to destroy my kid. I see through all your bullshit. It's all about energy. So, if you try to hurt my kid, guess what? Social media, I'm going to get TikTok and put all these platforms about you. Yo, this is my daughter. This is my son. This is who they're dealing with. Don't get involved with this person. Too narcissistic. These are your circle on my tattoos. These are your bad girl, phobic fuck rolls. And that's what boys and girls are too narcissistic. Even zombies, they hate getting exposed because they don't want the universe to know about them. That's the cool thing about technology, man. For one, the whole universe about these people. Nobody has to comprehend you. Like, oh, you're a liar. I have them on my side. I love them. Like, cool. I'll make a comment. I pray for you. Right now, it's beautiful. In the beginning, everything starts with love. When you go talk to love, what happened? And it's not even about being right. It's not even about being right. This conversation is a broken record. This life is a fucking broken record. All this shit is fucking a broken record. It's a fucking loop. Which sucks to say, but it's facts. Like, now, like Buddha, right? Probably Jesus too, because if God, Jesus is part of God, all that great jazz. They know all this conversation for the most part, right? So now I don't have, like Jesus and Buddha felt. You walk around the universe, you see these people suffering, and you can't do shit about it. You can talk about it. Heal miracles, sure. Like my one-on-one people tell me, like, you're an angel, like, you can call me if that makes you feel better. You can call me. I'm just telling stories. I got it for warning you. I'm glad I got your attention. But remember this. I can't do it for you, no kind of higher source. You got free one choice. You can stay in this status forever. You can stay stuck in your status. Your free one choice. But that's why I remind you, it's day by day baby steps. You can reach out whenever you want to. We have the same conversations every day about ground. But remember this, your healing journey. Nobody can do it for you but you. When you let go, you know when you let go. Because you see your ex-exes, the worst ones in the universe for you, your kryptonite. No matter, when I say this, it doesn't matter how wrong they did you. Because now you know, okay, there wasn't a journey. They don't end this conversation, and they're still on a journey. And they're going to keep hurting people because they don't know about the healing journey. They don't know about any of this stuff. You are evolving, which is beautiful. Now you be more observant, and you don't let people sell your dreams. And you already know, rejection and protection, the door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to. You can talk to them as adults, or you don't have to. Remember this, nobody has to talk to nobody. It'd be nice if they did, but anybody can ghost you for whatever apparent reason. Can you handle rejection? Can you handle, which is basically, once again, anything with rejection, the breakup, the divorce, leave, cheat, ghost, it's all the category of rejection. If you can't handle rejection to phone you, don't get involved in relationships yet. Because every time they leave you, they cheat on you, where the fuck it is, it's gonna destroy you every single time. And then you put yourself, you build your walls up to the point you know, fuck love, fuck everything. And it's your free will and choice. I'm not knocking that. It's your free will and choice. You be single, celibate for the rest of your life. That is your free will and choice. But I will call you in a positive manner. That means you're scared of love. You can say God, I'm like, yo, but God hurt you like this? I doubt it very much. Buddha, whatever, the universe. Yes, I doubt it very much. You just don't know about the terminology of these conversations. Let's break it down together. And I promise you, love can't hurt. But once again, now you put fear in yourself. The wall is so high, you know what? As it being, like Buddha says, I'll talk and vibe with you, but I won't put too much energy into you. Because technology nowadays, I tell people all the time, yo, go to my pods, which I have to catch up myself, my YouTube and my Spotify. I'm a broken record. I play all these clips. You know, I do scenarios, but it's all the same conversation. And me personally, I love my conversations. Especially when the queen, I already know 1,000% for the most part, the queens reach out to me. In Seattle, I'm famous from the queens. During the healing journey, they asked me about books, and like, we spoke with Queen. I didn't really, ebook, you know, the power now, which is beautiful. But once again, if you counter the terminology, if you're on a journey, it's Japanese to you. You hear it, you be like, what the hell is all this? Power now, present, what that? They'll get bored. Positive talk, healing journey, you become bored of it really, really fast. Because it's nothing with blue book conversation, race, religion, politics, man, all the corny ass conversations, high value men, it doesn't fuck, that shit's irrelevant. But to you, it's entertainment. To you, it gets your attention because that's what you're into. The healing journey, these conversations is fucking boring initially. It can be scary because why? Feelings? I gotta feel this shit. That's why I love playing these clips. I have all my tattoos to trigger people. People in the healing journey, more of the queens, they love them. Kings hate my shit because they're narcissistic boys, and I was them. I don't want to feel this shit. Eventually want to feel them. But once again, nobody has to feel them at all. But if you say you want love, you can verbalize, I want love. It's just a fucking word. Do you know what love is? Do you comprehend it? I promise you 1,000. If you knew what it was, highly impossible. And if it becomes toxic, you'll do rejection protection. You'll get up and leave without looking back. There's no like feeling of guilt. If I leave them, what will happen to them? Once again, I won't ever have that feeling again, ever in my life. Like no. She's an adult. She's got family and friends. She got social media. She got people to pick up when she's down. Our time has ended, and that's it. Yeah, my situation. I for one of them. Hey, I want to be cool with you. You don't have to. I'm your ex now, right? I want to talk about with you. Let's figure out together why it failed, so that the next potential to be, you don't allow us to happen again. Or if we get to that point, you have these conversations. If not, you push me away, which is cool. You don't hurt you can't hurt my feelings, but you don't push them away. You might hurt their feelings, or they just said, I don't know. Once again, the cool thing is to go in for one and pay it forward. I don't want to be enemies, but remember this: nobody has to talk to you. Okay, when exes and relationships are involved, the feelings are involved, nobody has to talk to you. It'd be nice to be cool with the exes, but they don't have to talk to you. They're still in the feelings. You're hurting type of situation. You know, like the last potential to be beautiful individual, beautiful queen. Right? The downfall is tattoos. My age is strong, and her intent was not knowing this, right? Until like mid in between. Remember that she was not a girlfriend. So, and I said respectfully, like once again, rejection, protection, every which way first and foremost. And people could say they want love, even if they're physical. The physical touch is beautiful. My situation, once again, not my partner, not my girlfriend, a potential in Seattle, the farmers markets. The people that she would stop by, they would see us. They wouldn't tell us nothing, right? But they would see us all hugging, lovey-dovey and shit. Cause me, I'm a very physical person, right? You're my potential partner, yeah. Tongue wrestle, I love tongue wrestling, making out. The physical touch, locking eyes in front of everybody. I don't give a shit who you are. Respect it, that's people get bitter and shit, jealous, get a room. And I say, don't be jealous because you don't have this. You can have love whenever you want to, once again. But the love is not forever, to forewarn you. And some people can say, they can verbalize, I want love. But people lie to themselves sometimes. They kind of like, I can try to do this, And that's the shit for everybody. If you say you want love in relationships, are you ready? Don't lie to yourself. Don't fucking psych yourself up. Maybe I can do this. Roll with the punches. Like, no. Before you meet with fucking involved with anybody, man, what do you want? A and B love, monogamy, you and I, that's it. Poly, open, benefits, fuck buddy situation. Nowadays, you're fucking friends, but the real terminology, friends with benefits, aka benefits. What is it? If you don't know, then you're not ready for love. As I tell people at the market, people in general, do you like your job? Do you love your job? Like, it's the same thing. No, it's not. If you like your job, it's a paycheck, and you do it because you got to do it to maintain. If you love it, you say verbally, I love it. Or you're talking about it, oh, fuck, do you love the markets? I love the people. I love the conversations. The markets are beautiful, but I don't get paid. I get paid for it. But my dad, he's money bags. He's pockets, man. But I do it because of conversations. Eastern Washington, I'm the fucking devil. They all look at me, I'm the devil. Look at all these tattoos. Petty ass words. Western Washington, Seattle, the Queens love my tattoos. Now, positive like the fact that I talk about it, which I don't care. Tell my pops all the time, you can let me go whenever you want to. I don't need you. You need me respectfully. So I'm the hype man type of situation, right? But the Queens love me. They ask me, like, so what's all your tattoos? Love it or hate it, you see all this shit. All these petty ass words in my body. Love it or hate it, right? But they ask, what's it about? It's the healing journey. Sometimes in third world countries, they don't know this conversation. They don't know what empath, narcissist, the healing. They don't know this. And I try, once again, I know I speak fast. That's why I fluctuate. I'm trying to speak a lot slower. I'm almost still I'm very, very exhausted. I'm only one person. I do so many one-on-ones retarded. And I won't stop. I sacrifice my life for the universe. This is not for me. Initially, 5 years ago, the healing journey, it was for me. Everyone when you start the healing journey, it's for yourself initially. When you evolve more to the waking woke journey, the last 2 months, now you pay it forward. Now you're cool. Like, you can talk about the exes, what you've been through. You might still choke up, but, once again, nothing wrong with choking up, but, you don't sit in the feelings forever, And I tell them, check out. So it's very simple. You females, right, in many countries, for sure, third world countries, right? I know we have a language barrier. I want to try to speak really slow, best as possible. But scenario, you as a female, if you're my girlfriend, what are you supposed to do? If you have kids, you take care of the household and the kids, and that's it, right? I'm the provider and the man, that's it. But we don't talk to each other, really. There's these conversations, and we bump heads. I want to talk to you. I talk to the females, and you see that shit. That's called emotional cheating. And she was like, let me elaborate. If I look at somebody or I talk to somebody, but I'm passing boundaries, that's emotional cheating. And you don't like that, but you get mad, right? And then you don't talk to me, nothing. You grab me for a little bit, but I still be lovey-dovey, kiss you, buy you flowers, and we kiss and make up, and give me another chance, right? That's not healthy. That's the ref. If you're not doing that, it's already over. What? It's already over because that's not true. You're doing love, meet me halfway, communication, comprehension. You offer to the fullest. I am doing toxic love, communication, non-comprehension, and passing boundaries. That's how it all starts there. And I was elaborating little stories. And they're there with the kids. And you little ones, you females, you're the one that have kids. What? You can have, once again, one kid in 9 months, right? But what's up, kid? How you doing? What's going? I can have a lot of them out there. But that doesn't make me a better person. And love doesn't hurt. You don't accept me in your life. Or if you do, look at all your family, your mother, grandparents, aunties, uncles, older cousins, together miserable as fuck to this day. And they brag about everything man made. But it doesn't make them as a better couple, especially behind closed doors. For the most part, you females are what? Miserable. You're a couple. You feel single. You're happy for others, not happy for yourself. And the turn top, you fucking daydream about love. You can't watch love movies together. You haven't had TLC sex intercourse for weeks, months. And the TLC, it becomes awkward. You can't even talk about shit like this. And they're just staying quiet. They're like, you're doing good. And I was like, pioneering narcissist traits, we all have it. I know I am. I'm just telling a story. I got your attention, and one was speaking miss because my tattoos. The regular, it's tattoos, right? And they only saw my face and my hand. They didn't see all this. It was raining in Seattle, so it was kind of chilly. And I didn't want to. It was a little busy, so I didn't pull my hoodie off, right, or pull my sleeves out, because then my father, it's his business. It bothers him. Once again, not that he is my pops. I love my pops. He doesn't know this conversation at all. 0%, right? And nothing against him. That's why I was becoming my father till 39. 18 or higher, just turned 44. The last 5 years of my life, and I say respectfully, I'm blessed. Nothing against my exes, my past pain, toxic trauma, child trauma, my parents. They don't know any of this. They're all on a journey till this day. You know, and I pray for them. I have compassion for the whole universe, but I don't feel sorry for the universe. But that's why I go life for the universe. I get my tattoos. The idea is to finish on my tattoos this year. If I don't have enough time, definitely next year, you know, if I'm still alive by then. Because no one's guaranteed tomorrow, right? So, and what am I getting again? Just words. Words and passages to call everybody out. Because I'm tired of, like, all this bullshit tension. Especially when it comes to, like, you know, bullies and racists. Like, I'll destroy you with words easily, man. I'm gonna tell my back for a reason. Call everybody out. Like, you're not a good person. Don't say higher source. You're not a good person. You're bullying people. You're not a good person. You're racist. You can't say God, Buddha. You can't say nothing. You can say that verbally wise, but you're not a good person. Especially if you want to date people like that, have families get involved with it. Really, you know. It was life. How you doing? How's it going? And I said respectfully. That's why I keep it simple, black and white. There is a little gray part. We can talk about it, but as one being, work in your feelings if you want love. As one being, date yourself to get to know yourself. Because what are your boundaries? What are your love languages? What are your standards? When you know that of you, the person that's to be, ask them the same thing. They might not know that terminology. Elaborate. And if they're still lost, that means that you're on a healing journey. They are on a journey. They don't have this conversation. You can take a leap of faith, try, but more likely it's not gonna work out. Not because your side. Their side, your energy potential might be too strong for them, and they might be like, "Yo, you're Mr. and Mrs. Know-it-all." Like, I don't know everything. I know his feelings. I've been there. You know, my situation, that's how it potential to be. I have all this conversation. I tell all of them, yo, go to my pod. Go to my podcast, go to my platforms. This is what I post, this is what I talk about. This is what I preach about. We can have somewhat conversations, right? But if it's anything with man-made politics, I don't care. What? And if that offends you, I'm too much for you. You should care about politics. Why should I? It's man-made wars, not God wars. I don't care about man-made. That word does not do shit for you, your personal life and your healing journey, nor your mental health. But it can cause triggers, and you can bump heads and be at each other's throats about man-made bullshit. I don't care about that. Anybody that bullies anybody is not a good person. Black and white, straight to the point. Every which way. Anyone gets physical. I'm eventually get tan on my body sometime this year. If not for sure next year, but this year, right? That's the idea. To everybody, especially these boys who are narcissistic, it's going to say, a monkey can fight a monkey. A monkey can pull a trigger, but can a monkey speak? So are you a monkey narcissistic or a human empathetic? Use your words. Words could deeper than a knife. So all you boys, if it's not your professional job, UFC fighter, boxing and shit, MMA, all that, then yeah, you're just a monkey to me. On my tattoos, it says monkeys, zoos, jails, prisons. Why? Because all you monkeys should be in zoos, but you cannot put a human in a zoo because that's inhumane. So what do you have? Jails and prisons for everybody on fucking layaway. Go fuck up. Catch a case. Compassion for you. I don't feel sorry for you. You think you're the first person that got locked up? You think you're the first person that hit somebody? No. And you won't be the last. But once again, why do you let words trigger you? These words have no feelings. Control your triggers so you don't become triggered. Then the devil comes out of you. Religious talk. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel, Noah's Ark. Right? Adam and Eve, the first two people, religious talk, quote unquote. Cain and Abel, the first two kids. No relations. There's no girlfriends or boyfriends. There's no gays, nothing. It's just parents and the first two kiddos, siblings, right? And Cain took his brother Abel out, right? So I'm going to tell my body to get everybody out. You know, we can all become Cain and take our brother Abel out emotionally, mentally, spiritually, verbally, physically. Because we got triggered by words, feelings, conversation, the truth. A premeditated choice. That's the shit. Control your triggers. Everyone, all this bullshit with these terminologies, these categories, ADHD, BPD, whatever bullshit, yo, they're called triggers. Simple, black and white, straight to the point. Everyone's got triggers. Whatever triggers you, especially in negative, you're sad, depressed, bitter, hateful, whatever the fuck it is, who or what caused it? And when you figure it out, what are you going to do about it? And no one has to respect your boundaries. But the door's right there. You can leave whenever you want to. You don't have to talk to nobody. You can cut everybody off. Right? Or if you don't do that, then fucking become triggered, then go catch a case. You won't ever hurt a fly, now you're catching the case. You know? Well, it was because of them. You can point, it's easy to point the finger because of them. Right. Then do what? Tell the truth, do accountability. Well, it's me because I have to work on my triggers. That stuff just to trigger me. Whatever the fuck it is. No one's got to get physical with nobody. If you do, I just call you monkeys. My tattoo's for a reason, man. I don't care who or what you are, what you claim to be. Unlucky, starseeds, whatever term category you want to put yourself in. As one being, how are you doing with your feelings? Are you on the healing journey? Where do you sit at? Healing, awakening, awaken, the last hardest one, woke journey. And once again, when I say this, nobody has to comprehend this. You know, my situation 5 years ago, healed, woke, tell stories. There is no more healing for me to do. I let everybody go. I forgive, not forget, but I can always learn from others. That's the cool thing about if everyone's a healing journey, you can learn from everybody. Everybody has their own beliefs. Everyone has their own beliefs, especially if it's in a positive manner. But once again, you don't have to comprehend nobody. Nobody has to comprehend nobody at all. If you believe higher source can do for you, that is your belief. You know, definitely you believe. You once again, to trigger in a positive manner, once again, you don't have to comprehend this to let you know the answer. Higher source can't do for nobody. At all. Let me elaborate, because I know it's what? Let me elaborate. God, how do I say it? God wants you to stop being sad, but will you stop being sad? You know, Jesus wants you to leave, but will you leave? Buddha wants you to stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships, but will you stop being in toxic love, broken, codependent relationships? You know, Muhammad wants you to stop being a zombie. Addict stuck in addiction, but will you stop being a zombie? And addicts in addiction, and so on and so on, you see? Respect, because nobody says that shit. Higher source is not going through anything what you're going through at all. He observes, quote unquote, what everyone's going through every fucking realm. I guarantee 1,000, if it was possible, maybe in this lifetime, the next lifetime, if we can go to different realms or different universes, everyone the same shit. They have aliens, ETs, Anunnakis, right? They got technology. But I promise you 1,000, if they're on the healing journey, same shit. Toxic relationships, right? Before toxic relationships. Well, being as couples, toxic relationships, before kids. Kids are involved now. There it is, child trauma. Parents at each other's throats. Fuck you, I'm out. Deadbeat mother, deadbeat fathers. Now you're a being, quote unquote. It could be alien, whatever term you want to use. And you're what? And you know, what's the word? An orphan type of situation. Child trauma. You know, that's shit for everybody out there. All you middle school, high schoolers, like, you want to figure that out really fast? Ask a potential partner. How's your family doing? How your parents doing? Let's say they have parents. I got my father. I got my mother. And let's say your side. Well, I got my parents. Well, there it is. Child trauma. His or her side, because they got a single parent, not family parents, you know. And on top of that, well, your parents, do they get along? Or they bump heads? Oh, they love each other. Cool. They're on their side overall, they're pretty good, empathetic. That's what it sounds like. On their side, the other side, toxic love, because why? The father, mother's not there. And magically, middle school, high school, you want to become one and think maybe it's going to work out. To let you know the answer, you know the comprehend is not going to work in your favor, because you both on a healing journey. You've done this conversation, but the cool thing about technology, what am I doing? Telling stories. There's so much resources out there if you want to start the healing journey. Whatever you want, whatever you're going through, whatever question you have, ask Google, you know, YouTube, TikTok, ChatGPT, C.AI. There's some resources, but once again, you don't have to comprehend anything you're watching, hearing, observing. That is your free one choice. But if you want to have a better outcome in life, quote unquote, especially you want to love families and shit, get learn to love yourself first and foremost, not nobody else. Because if you want love from others, that's called codependency. And they potentially give you love in the beginning, and then they'll go to toxic love. And then remember this, for in a positive manner, they can leave, they can go, cheat, divorce, break up with you. That is their free one choice. When they do, on which they shall. Once again, how will you react? How you respond? Or do you live fear scared of that? What is it? But anyways, love you guys. Hey, go in, take care of a blessed morning. Be safe. I'll see you guys potentially Tuesday night. If not, I'll see you sometime during the weeks. Because I'm trying to balance life. I do too many one-on-ones. I'm working 2 jobs, basically. It's a lot. And I'm thinking for kids. But once again, in life, in general, anybody can make time for anybody. Whenever they want you. That is their free one choice. Especially as a potential partner, or that's your boyfriend, girlfriend. Anybody can make time for anybody. Everyone's a bullshit excuses. SOS, stuck and stupid. 1+1 equals 3. Wrong fucking answer. Anybody can make time for anybody. A simple text, man. But at the same time, don't be codependent of your partner. Because you have a bad day, everyone's texting you. It could be your own kid. You see a text, a notification. It could be your own kid. What do you want? What's going on? Not to be rude, but you are a little rude. And then when he or she texts you, oh my gosh, my life's better. Welcome to codependency. Yeah, do not be codependent people. Anyone can leave. They can go. Then what? You're pego. You're pego. I'm not. I got to go. I don't want to become a father. My free will and choice. You know, to form the whole universe, every which way. Nobody has to be here. No one's got to do shit, you know? But you have to comprehend that. But guys, love you guys. Have a good morning. Stay blessed. Take care. I'm out the whole universe. I'm out your pocket 24/7. 3 to 5. Please don't ever feel alone. Harry on this conversation, DMs, you know, phone calls, video chat, Zoom, audio, whatever you want to do, whatever platform. I respect your boundaries. But the cool thing is we have real support teams to have these conversations. This is how you evolve in life. A lot faster. I evolved really, really fast. 5 years ago, I had 10 people, 10 live workers for 88 days. For 88 days, 10 people, I can ask them all the exact same question. Some have very similar responses. Some like, I don't know because I don't know anything about that subject. And so on and so on. 10 people. Imagine having 10, 20, 30, the whole fucking cyber universe. That's the codependent technology. And you got, once again, back then I didn't think about ChatGPT, C.AI, the AI in general wise. I love talking to the AI because I get to test it. All these conversations, what's the healing journey, what's rejection, what's, you know, what's duality, all that. Everybody has their own beliefs, man. But the cool thing is, you're hearing something. It's a positive manner. It's feelings, now potentially trigger you, get your attention. But once again, higher certain beings, which I'm inside on me, which I believe is this, you know, we're just, all of us are communication, and we're all messengers. Nobody else can comprehend nobody at all. But the positive of these conversations, if you're here and listening, analogy, metaphor, we all plant seeds. Everyone there is plant seeds. We have verbal conversations, whatever language is, we all plant seeds. Another person that's hearing this, we're talking to wise, they can water the seed, you know, start studying and try to comprehend whatever you're talking about, or they can let the seed die. That is their free one choice. Even if you're on the healing journey, they're on a journey, you're about to see this person, whomever it is, family, friend, associate, person in the street, get destroyed in a toxic relationship. You can see through people's energy, like, oh yeah, they're toxic as fuck. They fucking went off the rib, like, yes, but remember this, that person that original self, the sympathetic wise, all they love, you know, but they don't know what they're about to get into. But just don't give up on them. And I'm here for you. It's not about being right. I'm happy for you. The downfall is that person by your side is not good for you. You don't know this yet. I used to be you, the original myself, but I'm here for you. And when it comes to that point, I won't give up on you. That's a positive, you know. No one to comprehend nobody, but the cool thing about technology, I give some example before we get out of here. 5 years ago, after my second breakup, well, fourth breakup, but, you know, second wise relationship with my kiddos, you know. This is my second family. So in 2020, I started my healing journey, right, 5 years ago. But again, in 2000, I heard the terms in Seattle multiple times. Remember that you can hear this. Everyone's talking, either face-to-face or third-party conversation, someone else talking about it, whatever the fuck it is, social media, whatever, TV, whatever it is, right? You hear it. You heard it, but once again, I let the seed die. And what did I hear? The terms empath, narcissist, and then the healing journey. But once again, I just let the seed die. But it's not ever too late. 5 years ago, Google, YouTube, what's an empath? What's a narcissist? What's the healing journey? And that's the shit for everybody out there. When we start the healing journey, you're going to be like, we all say the same shit. In the beginning, you know, not in the beginning, we say, you know, I wish I was younger. If my parents taught me, I wish it did not exist. If it doesn't exist, it's been written. But it's not ever too late. You can pay it forward. I tell everybody, do a podcast. You know, you're not everybody. Do your podcast. Tell your stories. Tell your beliefs. Share it to the universe. All it takes is one person to make a comment or ask questions, spark conversations. That's all it takes. And don't expect to get. Maybe you might go viral. Maybe you don't. Don't worry about that part. As long as you got Forewarn, hey, my personal experience, what I've been through. Try to always, these red flags that I missed, these boundaries that I'm bragging about the terminology. That's a positive. So once again, 5 years ago, looked it up. I heard that shit in 2000, 20 years after the fact, and my mind was fucking blown. I'm watching this shit, observing this shit. I'm like, damn, all these years, fucking all these years, all the technology is there. But once again, if no one teaches this, the healing journey, these feelings, you're not gonna search this shit up at all. At all. When you're ready to, your mind's be blown. Professionals talk about it. People with their personal experience tell their personal stories, and you're being guided for warned. Like, oh shit, I'm not. Yeah, you're not. No one. You're not the only one suffering. Everyone's traumatized. Well, they're gonna do bullshit in life. But the cool thing is, if you vibe with people in the healing journey, you can evolve a lot faster. Maybe their stories can guide for warning, so you don't become them, and you see those red flags that they missed, the boundaries that they didn't verbalize. Now you're doing that. You're like, cool. And you should be happy. Once again, that anyone that's younger than you that is doing better than you. That's what I do. All young cats say, yo, I'm happy you're doing good. Because when I was your age, I wasn't doing good. And you're the best part of time. I'm a nobody to you. Because technology reached out to me. So when I was your age, I didn't know shit about life. All this thing I'm talking to right now at 39. What? 5 years ago at 39 and started speaking like this. And you're whatever, 25, 30. You're doing better than me. This is not a random competition, but you're doing better than me. Just to let you know, this age, here she's 30 years old. 9 years from now, I start speaking like this. So the idea 9 years from now, you do better for yourself. And that's the intent, So, but anyways, love you guys. Have a good morning. Stay blessed. Take care. Be safe. I'm always your pocket. See you sometime this week. And remember this, guys. The healing journey is not a race, no marathon. It's at your own pace, day by day, in baby steps. Don't be too deep in the future. Because no one's guaranteed tomorrow. I guess I'm about to go to sleep right now. The idea, quote unquote, I wake up at 6 in the morning. Start down in Seattle. But remember this, I might not wake up. Nobody might not wake up. So cherish the people you love, first and foremost. Second of all, technology. Take pictures and videos of everyone you love locally wise, people on social media, who the fuck it is. Because God forbid, you wake up tomorrow morning, I wake up. Let's say one of my kids doesn't wake up, one of my people doesn't wake up. I love pictures and videos. The cool thing about technology, you can run time 1 billion times, man. Pictures and videos, but to forewarn you when they're gone, they're gone. So this is part of life. Nobody can stop this at all. But love you guys. Have a good morning. Take care of yourself. The Bigo Squad. Have a good night. Take care. Ciao, ciao. IG. Love you guys. Take care. Ciao, ciao. For my Facebooks. Love you guys. Take care. Ciao, ciao. Like Squad. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao. Clubhouse. Love you guys. Take care. Have a good night. Ciao, ciao. And Twitch. Love you guys. Take care.